But you streaming, right? Okay. All right. All right. We'll do it when we get off. All right. So, all right, let's start with Lydia. Hey, Lydia, and thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. Hey, Jazzy J. Yes, as LAMH turns, you already know what it is. Hey, Demeter Joe. Good morning. Hey, Margot. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
It's
Hey, Margot.
I'm just playing.
I was getting ready to say, I don't think so. Hey, Cruesha. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Y'all are messing these names up this morning. Hey, Miss
Whitney Brown's
Linda.
here. She the only one
Yeah,
of us that can read properly.
period. Pooh.
She be adding
Hey,
a little accents in too. It be looking like,
exactly. She'd be like, hey, Angelia. I'd be like, ooh, okay, girl. Okay, girl. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Scorpion Miss. Hey, Miss Cutie Pie. Hey, Ebony. What's up, Cricket 22? Hey, Jesse. Hey, Willette. Let's see. Who else we got here? Hey, Tara. Hey, Monique. I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, what you know? Good morning. Let's see. Hey, Gemini. Hey, Flory. Hey, Miss Mary. Hey, Seeking Truth. All right. Hey, Angela Jean. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Karma Girl. Happy Sunday to you all. Hey, Dee Dee Star.
Didi and this boy early.
Yeah, what's up, Dee Dee? Hey, Miss Keita Johnson. Let's see. Hey, Mood Makers. Home Decor. Hey, Cyber Groupie. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Gigi. And let's see. Anybody I didn't speak to, charge it to my
Uppity
head, not
Memphis
my
house.
heart.
Uppity in there.
Hey, Uppity.
Talking about Miss
Calling me LSG. She probably like, hey, LSG. She always starting some mess. Hey,
Early.
Judy. Hey, Charmaine. Hey, Special K. Hey, Kiana. Hey, Anonymous. Hey, Kim. I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say. I'm about to hop right into it because I know that's why y'all here. Hey, Tyra. Hey, Janetta. Hey, Diane. Hey, Reese the Diva. And hey, Miss Mary Kelly. I don't know if I spoke to you earlier, but hey again. All right, Soul Star Music Lover and Arletta. Grand Rising to you. Grand Rising. She said, Grand Rising dropped the mic and old friends that I run into on these YouTube streets. Be and stay hugely blessed. That is what Yah, I don't know if I'm saying it. Yahweh, I don't know, wants for us. Sorry if I said it wrong. That was a nice message though. All right, y'all. So let's get into this mess this morning. So I hope most of y'all were able to see the video. And I don't know how many of y'all seen the episode from last night. The episode was, I don't know. I don't know what y'all would rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. Um, I don't think it was a bad episode. But it wasn't a lot of stuff I believe in there. What do you think, Tay?
Um, I think that from that episode, I'm thinking that is it an echo? You hear?
I don't hear echo. I just hear you munching on your Cheetos or whatever you eat.
I'm just gonna leave the room.
She gonna drop out from the group, y'all.
Where's my phone at? It's begging to be dropped at this point.
I've been messing with Tay ever since she had her surgery. Hard.
I'm so hungry. I'm trying to eat something and put some on my stomach so I can take this pain medicine. But you know what? It doesn't matter to Humpty, okay?
Now I'm Humpty. See what I'm saying? A
Okay.
mess. Hey, Paulette. So listen, y'all. I just was gonna rate it real quick, or let Tay rate it real quick, and then I was gonna show y'all what I saw. Welcome to other gossip girl. She's here.
He's
Matter.
always here.
She
The
was
third
always
Humpty in the
here.
business.
She was always there.
He was
That
always
part
here. The third Humpty is in the building. Sorry, I'm
in
late.
the building.
This daggone,
Hey,
I don't know why it wouldn't let me get on my phone. I was trying to while I was out, so I had to hurry back
right.
to get on.
It
I'm
won't
like,
let you multi-stream on your phone.
it wouldn't let me get on at all. I was like, what the freak?
Really?
Yeah. It's been doing
Sometimes
that.
StreamYard be tripping from the phone.
And
Like you
dude,
Yeah.
gotta have a real strong signal to get on
I
from
don't
the
even think
phone.
it's the whole login. For some reason, like from my phone, it won't let me log in. Um,
Oh, okay.
it said what did it say to me? User something. I don't remember, but I was like, ugh. But it's been happening as of lately. Like I'd say maybe the last month or two. It
yeah,
Really?
won't let when I
you
click on the link.
know, what I was doing with my iPhone is copying the link and pasting it in Google and not Safari, and it
Yeah.
was letting me log in on my iPhone. But the other day, it let me log in from my Android, and it was like it went to some page, and it was like um, open in Google or something like that, and I clicked on it, and it opened up. But that
Oh,
Oh,
option was
good.
not available before
okay.
when it wouldn't let me open
Cool.
on my Android. Like, so I think maybe I might have copied the link from the chat and pasted it in Google Chrome, like the search engine.
Yeah, I probably had to do that. I didn't even think about it. Because you're right. I think
So that
that's the only time it like does work for me. When I would do that. But I totally that slipped my mind completely. I didn't even think about doing that. Yeah.
yeah, StreamYard they be real funny when it comes to the search engine sometimes. It be
They
acting a
do.
mess, a whole
They do
mess.
be. They do be.
So I
They
wasn't
do
gonna do like a
be.
whole recap of the episode because I feel like I know you ladies are gonna do a recap later. Unless y'all want to, we could play it by ear. It's up to y'all. I was gonna start with them with what I saw. You got your skinny pop. My best friend loved them things. And what's the other thing she loves so much?
The smart.
Pirate's booty. Oh my god, my best friend
What is
loves
it called?
pirate's booty. Pirate's booty. It's like a popcorn type thing, but it's called pirate's booty.
I
Y'all,
ain't
I
eating
heard
nothing
there's
called nothing booty.
you say you don't want to eat nothing that got
Who
booty in it?
made that
Hell
Martell?
no.
Who made that Martell?
Right. I was
Who
just
was
about to
Rough
say, that
JP talking
sounds
about y'all focusing on the wrong? Shh. What you talking about, Rough JP? We focus on what we want to focus on over here. Okay.
right. Listen, I was just about to say that
See,
sounds
they
like
said they're
Martell's
good
cup of
though. People
tea.
said Pirate's booty is the Mocha Mima said Pirate's booty is the shizzes. See what
What,
I'm saying?
Mocha? You too,
Mocha.
I think they
Mocha?
mean booty like treasure. Booty means treasure in pirate talk.
It
Pirate's
does,
treasure.
but when you
But
hear
the
booty,
way
you're
we
gonna
think
think
of
booty,
booty is not really that pleasurable, I'm thinking.
right?
So
Unless you're Martell. Unless you're Martell.
Especially when it comes
period,
to
Pooh.
consuming it.
You said especially if what?
When it comes to consuming it. So
Oh,
That part.
he like what you say he like booty and
That
not the way we like it.
right. And not the way we like it.
Period. Willette said, thank you for the $1.99, Willette. She said, Tay always eating.
that's why I need to be in 600-pound life right now.
Oh
You
please,
know
you is
what?
not nobody's 600 pound, nowhere near it. Cut
Exactly.
it out.
See, everybody say it's banging.
Cut
Everybody
it.
say Pirate's
Cut it.
booty is good.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
All right,
Do
y'all.
you
So look,
too?
this what I'm gonna do
Didi
real quick.
Star? Oh, Didi Star.
What she
Yeah.
say?
No, she said booty is treasure and pirate. Yeah. I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
it
but
is. It just don't sound right.
look, Mocha Mima said it's bootylicious. I'm exiting stage left. No, she didn't.
And
Talk about
Anonymous
it's
talking about some
bootylicious.
ant booty.
The
Look,
pirate is
everybody's saying they
bootylicious.
good.
Go your peg.
Aquarius Goddess said pirate booty snacks are good. I'm telling you, my
Come on,
best friend is
Aquarius.
addicted. She loves them things. So
Come on. Look,
it's something about them that gotta be good.
Anonymous said ant booty.
Hey, I see it here.
You
Amazon
see it?
got it for $3.
You said what happened?
Oh, you looking up the pirate's booty.
I want to see what it
I'm
looks
weak.
like.
Right.
I heard they taste good. Somebody said it's like a Chex Mix. So, all right, y'all. So, look, let me get started. No, without further ado, I am basically going to talk about the video that I just dropped. If y'all haven't watched it, please go watch it. I saw something that was a little weird. Okay, when Martell and Sheree, let me put my banner up too. When Martell and Sheree were meeting at the house, they oh, hold on, I gotta add something to this. They hold, okay, I'll do that in a second. When they were meeting at the house, it was a weird meeting. Let me just start off by saying that I feel like it was awkward. There was no chemistry. There to me there was no chemistry at all. No sexual chemistry. No romantic chemistry. No nothing. It was so weird. Like when he hugged her, y'all know how you go to your first dance like when you're in the 7th or the 8th grade, and when you see the kids dancing, slow dancing, both of their butts be stuck way out real far.
Just be around.
Yeah, well, it's because the teachers be
That's what
around,
it
and
was
then some
given.
people just really do be scared. The little boy ain't never felt that thing jump up, so he put his arms. That's his first time grabbing a little piece of booty.
They
Yep,
be
she
like
got her
this.
arms on his neck, and both of them butts is stuck way out because they don't know what that is that they feeling if they've never
Mm-hmm.
felt that before. So they like, what is happening down there? My thing is, I feel like that's how Martell and Sheree greeted each other. It was like the side hug. It was so
Mm-hmm.
weird.
It was
It was
very
just
awkward.
yes.
Like a lot
So
of people
y'all give me
say,
y'all opinion, and then I'm gonna
oh,
change this banner
okay.
while y'all
Well, a lot of people say it's like they have no on-camera chemistry, but I think it's because
right.
they have no off-camera chemistry. Like I don't
Mm,
feel like they hook up or link like they make it seem. Um, and they just don't, it's not genuine. Like it's not genuine at all. Like you said, their interactions are always awkward as hell. It's always like, hey, like they don't want to touch
so
each
weird.
other.
Right.
When they was walking
It's
around in
so
New York,
weird.
yeah, when they was walking around in New York, it was awkward. Whenever you see them on camera, it's awkward. It's like they had to do that New York scene as part of their like publicity, like to show that they're in a relationship outside of the show. But we already know, in my opinion, it's not genuine, it's not real. Um, and it shows. I feel like it shows.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the reason why I'm jumping to this scene, y'all, is because I noticed something in the scene that was disturbing. Okay. Super disturbing. I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen. Let me see if I can do them one at a time and make them bigger. All right. That is Martell's arm. Do y'all see what I see?
Looked like he was throwing them bows and someone was scratching them.
Right.
Period. Period.
Period.
And yeah, and I'm like, I mean, it's giving that you were first. I thought they were some type of bite, right? But then after I
They're
looked
spread
at
out.
them, yeah, and how they were spread out, and then just how they were scabbing over, it's not giving bite. It's giving scratches, deep
That's
scratches,
that's weird. Like they dug
like
in.
defensive scratches,
Yeah.
huh?
Like they dug into his skin. Like not scratching
Yep,
going down, but they scratch like holding on or trying to get him off type of thing. Like that's what it's given for
exactly.
me.
That's what it's
Yeah.
giving for me too. That's what it's giving for me. So I was I was shocked to see that.
And
Shocked.
you know what? Another thing that I was watching, and I was like, she comes over to his house, right?
Hmm.
And they start talking, and they were talking about the party being the night before. I'm like, why didn't you
Hmm.
spend the night at your boo's house?
That was so weird. So you know
Who?
me and my theories. I was like, that's probably why they got the. I'm thinking it's coleslaw, and they probably got the wrecking because Sheree was in town, allegedly, in my opinion.
You think that's you think that's when all of that popped? No, no, wait, with the
Those are fresh. Those things are fresh.
oh, you mean
So
as far as the
those,
marks? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, yeah.
Okay,
As
I
far as
thought
the
you were
mark,
talking about the what happened in
But not even that, but even with Sheree, if that's your man or something, where that come from? Like he
right?
was
Wouldn't you
sitting there,
want to know?
Willy Willy. You know, a woman. If your man got a scratch on him, where that come from?
you gonna
And
What
you
happened
want
here?
to know?
What
you
happened there? What is
gonna
this?
right, right. You're gonna
Yep.
inspect
We're not
his whole
sitting there
body.
talking about nothing.
Right. Talk
We
about a
not
whole bunch of
pretending,
nonsense.
yeah, yeah. Oh, let's talk about Tiffany and the things that she said that was so inappropriate. No, we're gonna talk about these scratches. Where they come from?
Right.
Like, what's up with those? Like,
Where they come from, who did it, and why they do it. And why
period.
were they in your space that they were even able to do it? Like I got
Exactly.
questions. Like what
Mad questions. Mad questions.
you
Like,
can't make that make sense, y'all.
no. And I kept looking at
Look
it, and I
at
was
it.
like, those look like scratches.
They
Like,
do. And that's
I
a
was like,
good
somebody
eye
check to
for
see
you
what
to
was
catch
on.
that.
Listen, every time he lifted his arm up, I was like, something on it. I thought it was something like on his arm, like maybe he had stuck some. You know how maybe if you got a crumb stuck to your arm or something.
Right,
So
right.
I was just like, what is that on his arm? But the first time I paused it because I was really trying to. I didn't hear something that Sheree said, so I rewound. Paused it to rewind to hear what Sheree had said because I missed something that she said,
Mhm.
and yeah, it like kind of freeze froze on that arm, and I was like, "That's the crumb or something." And then when I really looked at it, I was like, "Oh no, those are scratches."
Those are scratches. And we know you ain't working, so don't try to blame it on that.
Right?
Yeah,
And why would they
bum.
just be right there? And you
Right.
won't in no what is the type of bush where you scratch yourself?
Oh, like
Nope.
the thorn bush. Like
Yeah,
one of
thorn
them.
bush. Listen, let me say this. It could very well be any of those things, but I don't believe that. I
I
believe as
don't.
volatile as their relationship is, that it was some wrecking going on around them parts.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
So that's another picture, another angle of it.
Uh-oh.
It
Uh-oh.
was some wrecking going on.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh, I was like, that sound like me.
I hear
You
my
somebody
voice.
was in that video talking about brown skin girl. You always make the best. You be observing everything. I was like, they sticking us mixed up
Oh,
under the
right.
video.
And
Like, I'm dropped the mic, by the way. Like, I'm telling you, they be calling me drop the mic all the time. So I know exactly what you mean. You be
I was
like,
rolling.
it
Like,
whatever. Like,
okay,
you get
okay,
to the
I'll
point where
take
you're just
it.
like, okay, whatever. Right? You'll
Yeah,
figure it out eventually.
it is what
You'll
it
figure
is.
it out.
So that's another angle of them, y'all. And I'm just
That's
gonna show y'all
crazy.
the pictures that I took. And yeah, I just thought it was interesting. Very interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm making
So,
sure I'm going to all the pages, excuse me, and liking the video. Y'all see, I still haven't gotten my voice back, y'all. I don't know what's going on.
yes, you still oops, we not gonna do this right here, right now.
That old.
We'll save that for another time.
Right.
So yeah, that was the picks. I don't know.
That's
So
crazy.
I
That
know, I
that whole
know.
scene. Karma Girl said, "Your voice twins." uh, yeah, that whole scene was just giving awkward as all outdoors. Like they just, I don't know. They don't
I know.
seem genuine at all. Um, hold on, wait. They said, wait,
Martell just gives
Carolyn.
off that he don't even like women.
I
Right.
swear, like I can't unsee that now since you said it, Tay. I cannot.
Just for him
You're
to
right.
be, did you see his postures and his demeanor when he was at that event opening for the with the lady? Like the way that he was walking, I'm like, what is these wigs? Like, why is he walking like that? And it seems like for
Y'all
him,
know somebody else
three or
said,
four, it's Gavin, like, you're not comfortable around women.
yeah. Someone else was saying that those suits look a little feminine too, like the new suit
Them
line.
suits was ugly.
Feminine.
Yeah.
Suits were ugly. Is all outdoor. So Carolyn Wilson, someone has said Carolyn Wilson had a good answer, so I had to scroll up.
Okay.
She said he could have been fighting Carlos.
Ah.
I can't with y'all.
Y'all are so
Y'all
messy.
are messy, messy boots. Okay.
Do men fighting like that with the scrapping, or do they still punch each other?
I don't know. I could see Carlos being like, stop.
Stop it, Martell.
Well, that's
You
could be
know.
how,
He always got sound like he got something in the back of his throat.
that's how they was at the little brawl thing. They was kind of like pushing each other. I wanted to
Mm.
kiss at the end of it, like, come. You know how you
You
you know
know
you get
what?
real
I
passionate, like
can't stand you, Tay.
you push them and then they just kiss at the end.
She
They
said,
get
hold
real
on.
They show the
passionate.
whole fight. That could be why they didn't show the whole fight, because they couldn't escape the passion,
You a
and they
fool.
just was kissing at the end.
You know what?
I'm done with you,
Allegedly,
Tay.
in her opinion.
Right. Allegedly.
She's a mess.
She is. She
Mm,
is.
mm, mm,
But
mm,
yeah, back
mm.
to the suits. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to divert from
No,
what we
go
were
ahead.
talking about. Yeah, they weren't given that orange one. Who wants to walk around here looking like a daggone tangerine? Like,
No, for
And the guy
real. And it was double
like,
breasted.
he didn't even look good in it, because I think somebody else probably could have wore it good, but he
I
didn't
think
even like he was wearing it good.
right, but the thing is, I feel like with certain things like bright colors like that, you want
Mhm.
it, you don't want it to be all orange. That's too bright, in my opinion. I would have done
Yeah.
something like the orange with some like blue
Break
or
it up.
white, what do they
Yes.
call it? Lapels, and then the
Yes.
pants would have been white or blue or something
Yes.
that takes like it's not
That
as
would have broke
bright.
that up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something where it would have been a little bit more palatable and you don't see this big orange thing walking towards you. Like
Like a big
that's
pumpkin.
yeah, that's not cute.
Yeah.
It's not cute.
I
I think
agree.
it's too orange, or even if it was yellow, same thing. It's too bright. Walking around here looking like a banana. Like I just think when it's bright colors like that, or if it's patterns, you kind of have to
Mhm.
break it up, like so that it's not too much or
That's
overdoing it. And
true.
I think an all orange suit is overdoing it. And that's
I
just my
agree.
opinion.
What about on Easter?
That's gonna be the only time that suit would be relevant, okay?
And I think it still would be ugly because who wants to wear orange on Easter? That's for pastel colors and springy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Orange is
The white man,
hard. That's like
the
a
white
fall
man
color.
wearing that suit could have pulled that orange suit off.
A white
Who?
man, you said?
I think the right man could have pulled that
Oh, a
orange.
right man. I thought you
orange
said the
suit
white
off.
man. A white man, I mean.
I
Okay.
didn't like
I,
the cut of the jacket. It was
I didn't
double
either.
breasted.
I
So
think
it
it's
looked
because of the way the
really
guy was
big.
shaped. Like he wasn't shaped right either.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, he didn't have that V
No,
shape
right.
that you need to kind of, almost like that Bruno type shape where you got the shoulders with the, with the V hip, like, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
gotta be.
You
You
have
gotta
to
be
have a
cut a certain way to hang a
shapely.
suit.
Right.
Yes.
Look, who said that? Wait, where'd
What
it
about the
go?
shape that's half man, half woman?
You know what?
I can't have man,
You
half
are messy.
woman. Here for
You
Hati. Hey
are
sis.
messy.
She said they all were sassy.
Sassy and a little
And,
high strung.
right. Oh, sorry, I'm reading it wrong. She said they were all sassy as F, laughing my A off, not carrot color. For real. Out here looking like a whole carrot, a whole tangerine. There was another comment that I just saw. Oh, there it goes. Laura Holland said that orange suit was giving sugar daddy or PIMP. Okay.
Courtney.
You
I'm
said
weak.
what?
Courtney was
Courtney?
bored.
I can't.
So
I
what do
can't with
y'all
y'all.
think? Should we what do y'all want to do?
Thing is
Y'all
not
tell me
charging.
what the gossip girls want to do.
Oh, I didn't say my thing about the what do you,
Sheree?
hold on.
Tay is a mess. A whole
Right.
mess.
Show enough eels. But yeah, while she handles that, yeah, I was ashamed. I was not ashamed, but I was not upset, but what's the word I'm trying to think of? Disgusted that what's his name? Cliff from Love and Marriage DC was there in
Mm-hmm.
support.
Mm-hmm.
He was there in support. And I'm like, I would have took you as a better guy. Excuse me. I be choking on my spit, y'all. I'm too old for this. Sorry. I be too old for this. Struggling. But yeah, I was disgusted that he was there. I thought Cliff was a better guy than that. Take you back with us? Huh?
I
Okay.
thought he was too. But do you think it's some maybe they don't I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they're not paying attention to what's going on. But I feel like this stuff made the shade room and neighborhood talk.
Neighborhood
Like,
talk. Did the shade room
I
post it? I didn't
mean,
see the shade room. I see neighborhood talk posted.
maybe it was something, maybe it was gossip something. It was
I
some
think
other place
Bossip
I seen it. Yeah,
Bossip
it
was
was somewhere
picked it
else
up.
I seen it besides shade. I mean, neighborhood
That's not
talk.
okay. I
Yeah,
just wasn't sure. I don't know.
they on like the first spinoff of this show. So you can't tell me they don't keep up with what's going on over here.
And they tend to follow
And
Yeah,
that.
just like
that's
Arena was
true.
in Tisha comment that she posted yesterday and was like looking good and stuff like that. Like I would even if I thought she did look good, I wouldn't be saying anything about it. I wouldn't be saying
To
anything.
none of them. None of them. The
Disgusting.
way they was complicit to me and allegedly complicit in that plot to hurt this woman with revenge
Mm-hmm.
P. That's not, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you're not a woman's woman. You a piece of crap.
Facts.
To me, you a piece of crap.
Facts. Like I just couldn't see myself until everything at least was out and their name was cleared. I would not be in support of anything they said or did because it was already said that she didn't she told her not to say nothing. She was pretty much complicit. And if you weren't guilty, you would have came out and been like, no, no, no. I had nothing to do with that. I don't want to be associated with that. X,
Right.
Y, and Z. But the I don't know. And I don't know Arena to ever be in Tisha's comments like that. So I find it
Ever.
oddly weird that she now all of a sudden is.
It could be a plot that Ty set up to come back to us with the bullshit. Because
I
when I
can't.
really think about it, he's probably trying to keep them all as a tight knit group. Like basically you got to support this situation in order for this situation to continue to go on. Like,
Mhm.
this is our flagship, whatever. And, you got to support these people. Nobody
Mhm.
except for Nell have come out and said, I am so sorry that this happened to you or was going to happen to you or that you've been being put through this.
Right.
Nobody from none of the other franchises.
And then
Right.
like the whole thing at the end of the day, Like we know Tisha and Mel don't rock with each other at all. And not saying that Tisha owes her anything,
Right.
but just as a woman, as a human being, because I very much so feel like if Mel got a hold of some information like that about her, I
She
feel
would
like
have told her.
she told her.
Absolutely. I'd put money on that. I'd put money I don't have on
Like
that.
it's not about liking Mel or being on millimeter or
Right.
none of that. Like it's not about none of that. It's about like just being a damn
Morals.
decent human. Like
Hmm.
that, like what
Absolutely.
you like, that's what you have to think about. And that's what I was saying on Mim's channel. Like, even with us having a situation with the other content creator or whatever, like, even though like it ain't that deep for me to be calling myself like trying to hate her or feel the same way that Tisha feel about Mel to her. But even if I heard got wind or something like that, I'm telling her. Like, I don't care. I'm telling her. Like, that is
Right.
foul. Like, that's foul. Like, it goes to show like who raised some people. Like, you have to be an evil person to like just like the bottom of the barrel, evil, low down, buried 6 feet deep, 12 feet at this point, because you
Facts.
know that girl got kids and stuff. Like, if he would have done that, and still like it would have came out that you knew that he was plotting to do that,
This whole
like that,
time.
like imagine if he would have done that.
Right. How would you feel knowing
Like
that you
this
knew and
girl
you could have
is
prevented it?
like, forget her, like her kids are gonna be hearing about this. She got to go up to the school where her
Right.
kids go to school at, and
Right.
Right.
the other parents looking at her. And even though it was her husband, it still don't matter how people look at it like that. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
But
and then
especially
like, it shows that he was also had a plan, not just to prove at some point like she's some type of 304, but he also wanted to shed her money down. And why, when you know you ain't making nothing for them kids?
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, what
And
is
like to
like
your
what?
point, it's not even about the whole husband thing because he was trying to portray it like it was another guy. So he wanted people to look at her sideways. Like
Mhm.
that is
Yep.
disgusting.
It is. It is.
Disgusting.
It is.
And for
He's a
like you
horrible human being.
yeah, and to your point, Tay, the fact that she knew that and you could sit on information like that, like whether you're a stranger or not, or I fool with you or not, people would receive that. And again, like I said on Mims's channel, you don't know if that was the final piece that they needed to the puzzle. But because you're holding on to it, they may not be able to piece things together. Like he may have, let's say, hinted towards it in a certain way that she wasn't 100% certain. But you know what I'm saying? Like if she would have gotten that information, whether it be from Karson or Tisha. Like Tisha, you know you have more of a rapport with her. So even though she may not have believed Karson, you could have at least reached out and been like, you know what?
I don't know
This
how
is
true
what
this is.
right. I'm not saying this is 100% true, but this is what came across my table and I just wanted to extend it to you because I would hate for that to have or for it to come out and if he really does go through with it. But yet you sit on a reunion stage and you call this lady a dark-hearted person and
Especially
a
after
dark soul.
watching how unhinged he is. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all,
Watching
yes.
how unhinged he is. Like, and if he would plot that, and I know they believed her. They believed her. But for him
Mhm.
to plot
I
that,
agree.
you don't know what limit he gonna have now. Because I'm quite
That
sure
part.
it was like, dang. Or how much other stuff are they privy to that they know about that they haven't said anything?
Mm,
How much other stuff they know that he
facts.
done or plotted or whatever the case may be? Because
That
it
part.
just seems like Tisha is always involved with the plots with them men against Melody.
That part.
Mhm.
Right. So that's why it's
And
like
you're a
the men
woman.
are chauvinists, but the women are male identified. So
That's the only time that they include her in anything
and
is
that's
when they
Yep.
plotting against Melody. Think
yeah, and
about it.
that's when she's
That's the
more than
only
willing.
time that Marceau feel like he can talk to Tisha and all this type
Yep.
of stuff about stuff is when it's about Melody. He don't
Right,
talk about her about no business. He don't think
right.
it's
He
important
don't
to tell her that he gonna have this man come in and do the office and she owns the
Yep.
company and all of this stuff.
allegedly.
But and she takes pride in knowing stuff over Melody, even probably over Kimmy too.
Yep. Yep.
Facts.
It's
And you,
ridiculous.
it is. It is. And that's to your point, what you said is so spot on. And that's what I was gonna say. Someone had came up when we were on Mims's channel, and they said something. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But I was gonna say that like that's the only time that he actually will involve Tisha. That's why they sit around in their bedroom and talk about Mel all day long. And you can see the joy she gets out of it. Like, and likewise, he's just like, that's when they plot and have no problem with coming to a an agreement. Like they don't
Mhm.
come to a head or bump heads when it comes to destroying or trying to talk bad about Mel. Like you said, when it comes to business, anything else, that's out the window. He don't involve her at all. But when it comes to Mel, that's definitely when he does. Definitely.
Mhm. Mhm. They so
Ooh,
mad at that young lady for moving on, for
and
choosing herself over
yes,
them, and for
yes,
not saying, not being submissive and disrespectful. That's what he calls Sheree. He's like, Sheree she's submissive. She respects men. Like, he sounded like such a weirdo narc last night. I was like,
yeah, yeah.
ew.
She's
Hmm.
He
submissive
said
to what?
some
Because
weird
we
stuff
never
about
seen her with a man.
Exactly.
that part.
Exactly. When have you
And the
seen her
little
be
bit that
submissive?
you're right, we never even seen her. She was divorced in the first season of Roa.
And you also can see how stupid Sheree is and what kind of idiot she is, because
Mhm,
even seeing those scratches on him, you know he
mhm.
was fighting a woman.
You know he was.
You know that cat,
Or a cat,
and you
maybe
sat
a
there in the
Thundercat.
scene with him. Like it ain't no, we not sitting in no scene or nothing like that. And why he couldn't spend a night at her house? Why she wasn't already there? Like
Right.
it's like she coming into town to
Exactly.
go somewhere else. Where was she at? A hotel or something?
Had
Like,
to be.
But
Had
they're
to be.
dating.
But she right. But she got a man that live in the same town. What sense
It
does
don't
that
even
make?
make sense.
What sense
It
does
doesn't
that
even make
make?
because
sense.
when he came to
Like,
her, when he came to Atlanta, he was supposed to be staying at her house. He was at her house.
Right.
he's always at her house. He don't never go to
And
the
did you
quote
see him
unquote.
acting like he was studying?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. It gave so fake. It's
It was
like,
one of
Him
child.
those.
and Martell had more chemistry when she was putting him out of that party than him and Sheree had at like,
Facts.
come on now. Like
Facts.
it looked like
Yeah.
he wanted to break the arm off of that couch and extend it out to get away from her.
Yeah,
Right.
he was leaning when she tried to she and I almost feel sorry for her because she tries to like lean in and make it a little bit more sensual. He be running away like, no, don't touch me. Like, even at the door, she
And I
tried to
like you.
like
Ew. You got
hug him a
cooties.
little longer. He was like, ill. Then when
Mm-hmm.
they went to the couch, that's when she was like, okay, we got to make this believable. Let me give you
Where do
another
you
hug.
where do you
He was
Right,
want me
like
to
like,
you
hey,
sit?
together,
pat, pat,
dude.
That
pat.
was so weird. Where do you want me to
It was
sit?
right.
On
He
my
was
lap
like,
or something like watch you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right. And even
And
with
then
him
that's
that
when you
studying
that's
his
coming to town the night before from the party.
mhm.
Why y'all wasn't screwing that night?
that's what I'm saying. It don't make
No,
sense.
did you see how he left her at the party? It was so weird.
He was
He
leaving her the whole
he
time.
was
She's
just
over there
standing
like
around. Yeah, like
looking
she just
awkward
kept
as
pulling at
hell.
her jacket. Like, he was like, I'm gonna go and mingle a little bit. And she was like, oh, okay. So that's why Tiffany came and got her. She was like, let me go get her and ask her some
Fact.
questions and make a moment for myself. Thank
Fact.
you and goodbye. And
Right.
still seen.
Right.
Tiffany
Even
stole that
when
whole scene last night.
she did, she was acting, she was cutting up. But Martell and studying, it was one of those like and scene, and then he opens the book and acts like he's
Look
reading.
upside
Knock,
down.
knock, knock. Like you know good and well you aren't reading nothing. You can't even read
Can't
your
read.
name. All through school, they're like,
Oh,
Martell, that's not how you write your name. Remember,
Capital M.
Martell.
The M is
you
supposed
got
to be
two
capital.
L's in your
It's bigger
name.
than the
Don't
other
forget.
letter.
Right. You said right.
Let me get this super chat. Mary Kelly, thank you so much for the $2. She said Coleslaw was upstairs watching. It's giving that the way he was acting. It's
Right.
giving that the way he was acting. Cause I mean, even when she tried to hug him again, he was like pattity pat pat pat, like get away from me. Then when he sat down on the couch, that's how I was able to see all that crap on his arms because he was so far away from her.
He was
Maybe if he
mad
had been
far
a
And
little
that's
away.
more
another
hugged
thing
up,
too. That's another thing too. Like if Martell, like even if what him and Sheree had was fake, like they faking a
mm-hmm,
little dating and stuff like that. If
mm-hmm,
Martell was a real 304, like he tried to claim, well, not he tried to claim, but like they
mm-hmm,
claim,
mm-hmm.
he'd still be the out of Sheree.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Like
no
they'll
matter
Hell
what.
yeah.
be screwing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Whether they in a relationship or not, they would
Right.
at least have fun doing it. Let's have fun playing this. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's how you
That's
know he not one.
Esquire Hearst said Tiffany is saving the season. She
She
Yeah.
definitely
did.
saved that scene. Definitely. Definitely. Oh,
But
but
I
I
tell
also want
you,
y'all to huh?
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go
Well, I'm
ahead.
sorry. I was just gonna say, I want you guys to know, as triggering as this may be, the show and all of that, Mel still wants us to watch the show. She still wants us to support because you know what's happening? The same thing that happened to Mariah Huck, same thing that happened to Nene. They're trying to push her
Mm,
out. So we may think
okay.
that not watching is not helping, but I spoke to someone last night and they want us to watch and they want us to support Mel. Even if you play it and don't watch it, if it's too triggering for you, I'm not going to tell you to watch it and trigger something because your mental health is just as important. But we have to support Mel in keeping her baby, her show. This is hers. And they're trying to push her out. So
Mm-hmm.
Wanda, even the likes of Wanda thinks they're doing something because she comes on and says things like, "Oh, watch the show," and a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm not watching just because she said it," but she don't even realize that she's actually helping the movement. So definitely watch the show if y'all
Yeah.
can. If y'all can.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
people was going off of her actions because she didn't promote a lot last night.
Right.
But y'all gotta remember she been through a lot this week.
Yes.
So she
She's so triggered right
probably,
now.
yeah, is feeling kind of triggered. And that could be the reason why. But the fan page still wanted people to wear the Millimeter shirt and all of that stuff. Which
Yeah.
reminds me, I'm gonna read this super chat, and then y'all already know what I'm getting ready to do. Marcel's tits said, Martell like men. I'm saying it in
In
the
my
voice that I
opinion,
think she wrote it
period.
in.
Right.
And scene.
And scene. Not Marcel, Lord. Martell love him some men,
Both
in
I
my
of
told
them.
opinion.
You
I
said it
told
right.
my friend
Right.
about him, and she don't even watch the show. She was like, "Is the guy that was next to like the one that was hosting a reunion, like, is that guy like is he like gay?"
Ooh. Ooh.
It's
I'm like,
giving
that's the girl ex-husband. She don't even watch the show.
that's right.
Watch his mannerisms. Like, he's
Yeah.
a real
He
lady.
Do
yeah.
it like a lady. Done it, done it.
I ain't said that in
Listen,
so long. The show's so good.
Oh my gosh, I cannot.
I haven't said it in a while.
I know you've been doing good. I forgot about it. There was,
yeah.
it was like a week or two. It seemed like we had always. You said it like every day. It was
Every
always
Yup.
something that like
episode,
triggered
was
it.
something that do look like
The-
a lady in it.
Yo, like every day. It was crazy.
a mess. So
A whole
Leah's
mug.
grandma, thank you so much for the $5. She says Martell wasn't taking no chances of having dumbass coleslaw blowing up his spot, knowing she by Sheen was there. Yeah, you're probably right. But then again, y'all, he's pretty slow. And I
And she is
heard,
too.
yeah, and she is too. And I heard allegedly that there was a big blow up between him and Carlos that happened because he quote unquote wanted to show his real family. So I could see him being petty and having her dumb Oris there. I really can.
I
I
think
think he was doing stuff to hurt. This was another thing to hurt Mel.
Do
mm,
a poll in
I
the chat. Let me see. You want to do a poll in the chat?
Yes,
what's the poll gonna be?
please.
Poll in the chat and ask who thinks that he really wants Slaw on the show. Do you think that
Mhm.
he really wants Slaw on the show or not? Because I don't believe that he really wants her on the show. I think he's just acting like to other people that he want her on the show because he knows she's not gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
If because my thing is again, if he was so involved with wanting to show his own life and stuff like that, he
Mhm.
would acknowledge her publicly first.
Mm-hmm.
You just
That's
wouldn't go
true.
on the show with somebody that is your kid's mom or whatever, and for what?
Right.
But
And
look, Tay,
honestly,
he
I
don't
feel
want
like
to. I
he
don't
he
think he
couldn't pay
wants
for.
it because of her. He wants it because he wants to hurt Mel. That's why he ain't think it's not happening naturally. I
But that
think
was gonna have the
naturally,
same effect if he was to acknowledge her publicly, get engaged to her, marry her,
And
and
she would have to
he
be.
could he could pretend or show like he's this better guy,
right,
and because that would to me would be the best revenge. um
right,
he could
right.
show like I treat her good, we're good, this is and that, like he
That's
could
true.
start off there showing his life, and then it could be like,
Yeah,
hey, this is his life, this is his wife, this not
Right.
yeah,
his mom, how
right.
can we move forward?
But yeah, but I
No,
agree. I don't think he
I
really
agree.
does want a coleslaw on there. He just, if anything, he may want it to hurt Mel, but he more so doesn't want. He's embarrassed by her because he's uh, like, even though he don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, he's like an elitist to a certain degree. So he only wants something on his arm as arm candy that can give
Mhm.
him some type of notoriety or boost his image. And coleslaw ain't doing that.
So
Right.
Coleslaw
y'all
is
think
gonna
that that
bring
was
him
a
down to the
lie?
gutter.
Like, dang, you got a baddie. Like
So do
that's
y'all think that,
Exactly.
y'all think that was a lie then? Do y'all think that them saying that they had a blow up about that? Do y'all think that was exaggeration? Maybe it was just about the kid and not
Or it
about
might have been that he
Raw.
wanted to show his real life as far as him with the men that he possibly, in my opinion, could be dating. Like he might have wanted to get
You
Carlos.
are so messy. I can't
He,
say.
he
I
said,
was not
Carlos, I need a
expecting you to
scene with
say that.
you.
Stop.
I need a scene with you, Carlos. You are the love of my life, allegedly.
And
No.
Carlos
I
was like,
can't
we can't do it right
stand you.
now, Marcel. We can't do it. That's why he was crying at their reunion because he know that they really want to be together.
Oh Lord. I
Paulette
think
talking about and I oop.
oh wait, I think I got I don't I can't do
If
it from
you
my
agree
Y'all
with
end.
see
him,
what
take
Mama
shots,
Talk
put one
Love
in the
said?
chat.
Mama Talk Love said, "Did y'all see them pictures of the children on the wall?
Mama
Not
Talk,
picture was
don't start. Y'all know I cannot laugh good. Mama
Tay.
Talk, how
Drop that picture in the stream yard so you can show how you had." We laughed so
ignorant.
hard. They were so
Ignorant.
wrong for that. They were so wrong for that.
Why
Ignorant.
did I do this? Why did I do this? Y'all ignorant. Wait a minute. It's on. You know what? It's already. I can do it from here.
It's on Instagram.
Yeah, because I have put it in. I forgot I put it in there.
Okay.
While you look that up, as far
Uh-huh.
as Coleslaw being in the house, I believe that she would have been upstairs. That's why I said she's dumb, because he sells her the dream that this is just for TV. This, it's nothing. Even though it's true, it is just for TV.
Right.
And I feel like that's why he would keep her close, like to show like I'm not really messing with her. It's being alleged, and I think you did a video on it, DDM, that she
Mhm,
goes when he goes to ATL, she goes
mhm.
with him. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
all the time,
yeah.
sometimes, but you know, it's to show that they're not. He tries to show her like him and Sheree ain't real, and what was I gonna say? Oh wait, it just slipped my mind. I forget. But yeah, I believe that he keeps her close to let
Yeah.
her believe. Oh, that's what it was. Sorry. I know you have the thing, but before I forget again.
No, you fine, you fine.
They're saying they're alleging that the reason why they got into it back in March was because of the OnlyFans comment that was released when they did the release of Roa's trailer. And
Mhm,
so allegedly she was mad
mhm.
at that. She was mad at what was being said and, portrayed. But it was
Ah.
one of those like, I thought this was just for TV. And so they got into it. So,
Ooh, okay, okay, okay.
you're
Y'all, did y'all see that fool on live last night? She
with
looked like
Coleslaw.
she was one step away from being TDO'd.
Not
I'm serious. She was this girl was lying so bad. She was stuttering. She was
Mm,
licking her
she seemed
lips. Her
nervous.
eyes was shifty. She was
She
like,
seemed nervous.
she was
Didn't
so
she?
I listen.
But now
After
like
we
that,
show that, I was gonna show
now
y'all a few
like
minutes of
that,
it.
can y'all imagine what Martell is doing to her? That this
Mm.
girl then bust out what that she told her. Can you
Right.
imagine how
Ooh,
he's terrorizing her about that situation? Like, can you imagine
yeah,
True.
what he's doing to her?
yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
Let me find the
He's
okay.
probably terrorizing and is like, you better clean this up.
yeah. Definitely, definitely. I think that he made her like it was some interesting observations made by Diana Rose. She was like that she could tell that he called her. Then he told her to step back. And shout out to Diana Rose. Y'all go watch her video on it. But he told her to step back to prove that she wasn't preggers. Um
Mm,
it was like a couple of things that she pointed out that you could like she was literally being directed by him. It's a shame. It really is a shame.
it is.
And she wasn't showing no receipts. All she was doing was like clicking her phone, holding it up, look, and reading
Right.
stuff that we already knew. Like this girl already had said all of this stuff occurred and that they had
Right.
these conversations prior to her realizing like who and what she was about. So it really was nothing that she showed. Like to me, it wasn't.
Right.
She didn't vindicate herself. And anytime they said any Oh, the other thing I noticed, she never said Carson's name. Not one time. She just
Carson
said
said
that
that
girl.
too. Yeah.
And she would not address the tape, video, nothing of the sort. She just was like, I don't know and nothing about no tape. Like I just and I feel like he kept calling her because he had a specific phrase he wanted her to
Mhm.
say. And I
Right.
think she was scared to say it because she don't know if that girl was recording her or not.
And I don't think them all those times it was him calling her. I think that might have been her family. Like, you bet not do what he told you to do.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right.
I
And
agree with
friends.
that.
Imagine what he's doing to her. That the girl that came out and said that she told her that. Like,
Yeah.
he's probably tormenting the mess out of her
Yeah.
because you know how she pops off and talk all that mess. She was kind of humbled last night. She
Facts.
tried to throw in her regular little stuff, but you can tell
Mhm.
she looked it very
She was
humble.
afraid.
And yeah, she was. And not even that, but she did look like she just had a baby.
She to me, she did. She looked like she just
She
had
did.
one. I can't, say for certain, but that looked like a just
Yeah.
had a baby. Her stomach used to be super flat. That was
She looked like she
definitely
just
looking
had a
like,
baby. And even if
yeah, like
she
two
didn't, like,
2 weeks to a
she
month.
stepped back, right? She stepped back to show her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
because he probably told her to do that to try to dispel that rumor. But no, that's
Right.
only showing that she's not pregnant anymore.
Right.
Right. Yeah, it was a huge pudge.
Because if
And
that was the case,
she
she
never
would
had
have
a
been
pudge
doing that
before.
before. She would have did that before.
Right.
She had a little pudge,
Exactly.
but it wasn't that big. Exactly. And she would have did that before, I believe.
And not even
Yeah.
that
Her
too,
pudge
but
is
I think
little.
that she had that baby when Karson dropped that information. I think she's days from having that baby.
Ooh. Maybe that's why she was acting like that.
I'm start like
Ooh.
I know this her karma, but it's Martell,
Let me
he
y'all.
she's scared of him.
I think this is
Yeah.
yours, Tay. Let me read this one so I could put this one up for you because it got a thing on it. Sunny Sunshine. Thank you for the $1.99. Sheree is a beard for Carlos and Martell.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
agree more.
Excuse me.
Tay, that's you.
How you know it's me though?
Because it has a little hook on. Well, it's one of y'all. It got a little hook on it, and mine's don't have the hook on it. Didn't we just establish that the last time?
Yeah.
We
I think
understood what it
that
meant.
has to be Tay's. I don't think that's mine.
Okay, thank you, Layla, for what dinero is this? What currency is this?
I don't know, but it looks like 50
It's
something.
50. It's
There
50.
it is.
Okay. Thank you for the $50 super chat. Is this euro? She said I never sent the tape. I think at some point the tape was sent somewhere.
Ooh.
She did say that.
Ooh. Ooh, that's
And
deep.
then she like, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that, y'all. I'm not talking about that tape, y'all. I'm not talking about that stuff, y'all.
She was
Like,
so nervous.
what did you get on here for? Because
Yeah.
you see how pissed off Karson was. She was
No, for real.
what is she talking about? She like, yeah, y'all look at it. See,
Yep. Yep.
like I hate when people do that. Like, you know, we can't read that.
Exactly.
And she like she didn't even hold it up for like a good second. She like, so yeah, like, see, and because it's right here, y'all. It's right here, all here, y'all. And then she was just repeating stuff that Karson had said that happened in the time frame. The only thing that she did say too is that Karson was talking to her after the date that she said, which also was on Diana Rose's timeline.
Okay.
She said
Okay.
that video was done in December, but I think Brown Skin had been saying that too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was done in December, so
And they was talking about Christmas, going home for Christmas. And in that video, I believe Karson referenced Huntsville as home already.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
but in some of her messages, she was saying she can't wait to get there.
Yeah, I don't. It's giving very much weird.
Okay, I got the thing on the screen.
Okay.
Let me pull up my phone.
Yeah, because it looked like it's just us.
Let me put the picture back.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hint.
Yo, that's how them pictures was set up last night. Tay had me laughing so hard. She was like, that's the 4 kids in the middle, and then the baby was off to the side.
Off to the side.
Y'all also have to notice the similarity. Like, all these are Eddie Murphy movies. And then here's like Dwayne's brothers, like
oh,
simply said, Tay, I hate you.
You know what? When I seen that, I was half asleep because I had woke up in the middle of the night or early morning, whatever it was. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Knox, I said, oh, they got 5 pictures up there. And I said, I know they ain't got Knox blurred out. And then I said, Coleslaw put that picture up there. She probably left and was like, he probably was like, what's that noise? She probably was like, nothing, Martell. Remember who got there? They probably was like, look at these pictures.
That is funny.
Like he going up there too. Like it was a different shape symbol. Like if Martell had did those pictures, this would have been cohesive. Like because you can do a pattern with the pictures with 5. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do that. Like he could have had 3 going down the middle and then the 2 boys at the end, like the girls from oldest to youngest, or he could have had this right of ways with with these pictures.
Right. Or did it with like a step, like the like
Right. Like,
levels.
this is how not
Otis.
was over here, blurred out, and then the pictures with male was for male kids was. I said, y'all wrong.
Y'all wrong.
That when I said, you know what, Tay, you are that y'all. Because when I seen that, I said, why is it blurred? One of them blurred. I already knew why one of them was blurred. Already knew why one of them was blurred.
I couldn't.
Oh,
so I'm gonna drop the link so they can come up and tell us what they think.
Wait, before you drop the link, let's see where our likes are at.
Okay. And do y'all want to? Has everybody seen even a snippet of that Ariane Instagram live last night? Does anybody want to see that?
Are you streaming too?
You muted, brown skin.
Brown skin look like a little B girl, don't she? With a little sideburns.
I look like a little B girl. What's that?
With your little, a little B girl that y'all be on the block by the bodega drinking y'all little beverages. Y'all know what kind of beverages she drink.
Juice.
Kicking it with the girls. Juice.
And coffee.
Cookie said she will tell you what kind of beverage it is.
Hi, my Cookie. Cookie said, juice.
Cookie?
What's up, Cookie Cook?
Cookie, tell him.
Juice.
See, Cookie said he was at the party too for upscale with Martell.
You was there, Cookie? You was up there with your dress on. What color was your dress?
She was cutting up. What you say?
Let me find out.
She said she had on her little Balenciaga too.
Did you bite him on the ankles? That's what you should have did. Bite Martell in the ankles.
No, ma'am. Cookie said she don't want that shit in her mouth. No, ma'am. You will not eat those ankles.
Not them cankles.
Right. Cookie said that ain't what she want.
Right.
Oh my God.
No, ma'am. No, sir.
Okay, y'all, get the lights up.
Let's
see. Okay. You know what?
I get them lights up, y'all.
Aunt Ann had posted something from that one crazy lady.
What crazy lady?
And we think it's Tisha, really?
Oh, Bernicia?
Let me see.
Was it on her IG?
What's that one lady name that's always caping for Tisha? I want to
Peggy.
You mean Peggy? She be caping for Destiny.
Not Peggy. Not Peggy.
Damn. Y'all see them skunk loafers? Somebody said.
Oh my Lord. Why did he do that?
I'm trying to see if I can make it bigger.
Let me see.
Let's see.
I don't. Oh, there you go. Take the comment down, Mary White.
So this is how we're known as the stretchiest jeans in the world.
Oh, hold on, y'all. I done messed up.
You know.
That excessive rain, there would have never been a super blend.
My bad, y'all. When I made it big, it started tweaking.
Okay, here it goes. She posted on her community wall the tweets thing at tweets thing. I don't know if this is from Instagram or no, it must be from YouTube. This must have been from here from Hot Tea too. This must have been on her page because I think this is her logo that's on here. Y'all know that girl that's always taking up for Tisha. I'm trying. I can't make it bigger. Let me.
Is it on IG?
Know who you talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who you talking about. She posted it on IG.
Ann posted it on her community wall.
Oh, community wall.
I want to get a hold of it because I want to read what she said. Let me try to blow it up a little bit.
So I
Okay, it says, I'm gonna see if y'all can see this picture of her.
mhm.
Y'all will know who I'm talking about. This girl.
I don't know who
I
she
remember that
is.
name.
You
I
know
remember
her,
seeing
but
that
y'all
name
know her.
before.
That's the one that always be taking up for Tisha.
Oh, I
The
don't
one
think
that
I've
be in the
ever
chats.
paid her no
Yeah,
mind.
I think this might have been on here for High Tea if she's still in the chat. But it says, Mel definitely deserves to be supported in every way. She's been through so much. So she's been through so much pain and humiliation from her ex. But I would like to remind people that Melody is still not taking accountability in her
That's
role
the one.
for
That's the
trying
one.
to ruin Letitia and Marcel's marriage.
What?
Say whatever you
I'm
want about
sorry. I
the
know that was
Scots.
loud.
No,
Say
you was
whatever
right.
you want about the Scots, but what they've been consistently doing and saying, what they always have from day one, it's been the bloggers that have kept up the lies against them, and Mel never did anything on their behalf to dispel them.
Oh my God. I can't.
But
I can't.
but on MINS, everyone wanted the cast to cape for Mel. No, that's not how it goes. You have to ask yourself why these things are happening to Mel. And I truly believe at some point she pushed and even started drama trying to hurt Tisha because she was jealous that her marriage fell apart and Letitia's didn't, period. That's because Letitia
Girl.
decided to stay in her marriage that was
And
already.
be miserable. Right.
She's a freaking pick Misha. She's
That's
the
what
dumbest trick
I'm
I've ever seen in my
I
entire
believe
life.
that was
And
under
I don't feel bad saying that. She's stupid as fuck for
and
staying
I
with
think
that.
that was under
let's,
Tisha's post.
let's be clear on something. I don't understand why people keep saying this stuff about Mel trying to ruin Tisha's marriage. The only way that she can try to ruin Tisha's marriage if she actively pursued Marceau while he was
Period.
with Tisha. Or
Oh,
try to send women to hook him up with them and
And
stuff like that. Other than that, how can she try to ruin her marriage by
and
right.
letting her know what the truth was, or
and
even insinuating what the truth was? But
exactly.
it still don't. Let's say if Mel,
They're
by her
delusional.
stand for Tisha to pull up, let's
Yeah.
say if that was trying to ruin the marriage, they still have a great relationship with Martell, and he's done worse than that.
Facts.
They're
That's
not
why I
saying that
literally
he tried to ruin their marriage.
never. They never
He's
ever
still
iterate
trying
that.
to
And then
ruin it.
mind you, let's keep in mind that when they did the ladies retreat with that Oma, whatever that lady name was, Tisha herself said an outside person can't ruin my marriage. Marceau, when he pulled up to Mel right before they were gonna have their black, whatever, also said and agreed with Mel, someone from outside can't ruin our marriage. So it's like, please, and let's not forget how y'all were funneling money to the mistress of Mel, Mel's
Like what?
ex-husband. So it's like you sit here and say Mel was trying to ruin her marriage. How? By telling her the truth? By giving her hints?
Right.
But
By
y'all never
telling her
say
to
that
pull
Tisha
up.
tried to ruin her marriage or Marcel
Right.
tried to ruin their marriage, because that's what they actually did. They were an
Listen,
anonymous made a statement. Who gave the peasant money stolen from Melody? Legs, hips, and breasts. For real. Because the money that was well earned from Mel, be it through her resources, her sending people to Skull, whatever, y'all were funneling to y'all little 304s on the side. So don't sit here and
period.
preach that Mel ruined Tisha's marriage when first off it was ruined at the beginning. Okay, as
Right.
Faye says, at the beginning. So
And
it's
He
like,
treats her like a child.
right,
There's
everyone
no
babies
respect for this
Tisha.
chick.
Her. Ooh,
but
she
the
I
other
said
can't.
thing too is
That shit was stupid. What she said. I'm sorry.
Tisha, like the way that Marceau treats Tisha,
Like a dog.
cheating is the least of her worries.
Period.
If that's all he was doing was cheating,
she'd be better off.
But
He feel like he don't even like her
a problem in their marriage. It might be one of them, but that's not the problem with Tisha and Marcel's marriage
at all.
So let's be clear as well. Melanie's marriage.
No, Chanel, you're delusional and you're straight up lying. She's delusional. She bought it up
herself. It didn't crumble. She bought it up herself and got gone. If she wanted to be still married to Martell, she could. Like, they acting like she can't be with him. She can be with him if she wanted to.
Exactly. That's the part that they
so low key if she wanted to.
Exactly. The way he be looking at Mel. Please. I mean, the girl Chanel Brandley in the chat said we delusional and we lying. What the hell do we have to lie about? It's playing out on national television.
Right. What are we lying about? Be clear. Let's
let's say what the lie is.
Where's the lie?
And where are we delusional? Tisha's delusional if she thought she was in some perfect marriage. This nigga talks to her like she's 4 years old. Okay,
and
he
even
had no
said
respect for her,
and even said it. Remember when they were sitting in the car? He was like, he referred to her as like a 16-year-old, and then he had to try to hurry up and clean it up because he knew people would have been coming for his neck. If the cameras weren't rolling, he would have kept on with his analogy. But truth is he referenced to her as a 16-year-old because he knows she has the mind of a 16-year-old. Even logically or like an adult.
When he said she was going to play the judge's wife, even there, who is married to somebody for 16, 17 damn years, and you have the audacity to speak out of your mouth that they ain't never had a good idea, never came to the plate with
national television
to benefit them, never. First of all,
said it on national television.
Somebody like that, if you wasn't benefiting in some other type of way, because I don't want to be in no marriage with nobody that can't come up with no idea. What if something happened to me and I get some type of brain damage? Where are we gonna be at then?
Right.
If this person never had a good idea, what are you married to her for?
Right.
He treats her like the dirt on the bottom of his shoe. And whatever your name was that was trying to say we were hating or whatever, there's nothing to hate on because I wouldn't want to be in a relationship like that. There's plenty of people who are single and happy. You want to know why? Because they don't have someone who's making them feel like okay? So maybe you're miserable in your relationship and that's why you're mad because it's resonating what we're saying. Your husband or your boyfriend must treat you like that's what it is.
Know what you used to.
I mean, let's keep it real, y'all.
Some people, that stuff might be normal to some people. For a man to stress you and make you feel small,
clearly,
you know your insecurities and know how you feel about certain things.
Fact.
Clearly,
your husband's supposed to be uplifting you, even when you
not treating you like shit.
And when you ask whether he's cheating because Martell was the one that said he had multiple girlfriends, what did you say? I can't answer that for you. Okay. And then she made a comment about, but Martell apologized. So what? Just because someone says I'm sorry does not mean that they're actually an apology, and repentance means you're turning away from what you said. When has he ever? And mind you, he apologized for saying it. He never said it was a lie. And on top of that, he has perpetuated it even through that last reunion. When Carlos said, does Marcel have any girlfriends? He said, I don't want to answer that. With a smirk on his face.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah. So don't sit here and try to say that, we're jealous and we're making up these stuff. No, Martell has literally tried to tarnish their stuff just as worse than, not even just as equally, worse than what Mel has said. But
how did she try to blame Marcel for Martell cheating? How did she try?
Calls him out.
Chanel, you're giving that you're Letitia or Letitia adjacent, and you're delusional. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The bottom line is that nobody could have ruined Letitia's marriage but Letitia. Just like nobody could have ruined Mel's marriage but Mel and Martell. It took two of them, it was the two of them that their marriage ended up doing getting whatever, but it was really Martell. But as far as Letitia and what you call this marriage, when it's all said and
Lord.
done, the only person that ever spoke, the only person that ever sent receipts, the only person that ever did anything was Martell. And he's
Listen,
still getting the crack of Martell's butt.
Chanel's
I
giving
don't
me she's a
understand.
Riri. Chanel is
But
giving me she's a
also,
Riri.
also, she said, then Mel tried to blame Marceau for Martell's cheating. No, she didn't. She made an observation. She said
Right.
those wasn't issues in their marriage before he started hanging with them. So whether
Right.
Martell was
It's
cheating
not
before,
irrelevant.
whatever he was doing before, it was working until he felt like he was entitled to cheat.
And let's
And
not forget,
he was supposed to be fine with it. Put
and
on
let's
her
not
last statement when she
wait,
said that we trying to change
I
the
can't find it.
hold
But
on. Before y'all do that, let's not forget that Martell was also the one blaming Marceau for hitting on Mel.
right.
He at that reunion sat there and said that Marceau was trying to get at Mel. He didn't appreciate it. He tried to insinuate that there was something more there. So that's why I'm saying you giving me very much Riri. And she made a comment about Mel stayed with Martell knowing he was cheating. Honey boo boo, it's giving me very much that you're a Riri, because what it was that she was married and she was trying to work her marriage out. And so she believed that he was doing right. That's why she said she can't believe and trust him, because he was doing everything at home. They were going on dates. They were doing everything, having sex, all of that, right? But yet he was still dibbling and dabbling. So how do you sit here and say she's a fool because she is the only one that left? You giving real Riri. Aw.
But when she say y'all now changing the subject to veer away from the fact that Mel exposed Marceau, period. Exposed him for what? If he
How?
wasn't cheating, what was there to expose?
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't cheating, remember?
How did
I
she
mean, what did
expose
she what
him?
did
Because
she
Whoa.
Martell exposed him first.
I don't
Fact.
think she watches. I don't think she watches the show. She couldn't, because if she would have known, if she would have, then
She
she would have
Probably
known that
because she
he said
probably
you got
owned the
20
show.
girlfriends.
She probably owned
And
the show.
yeah, and he sent those text messages. That was Martell sending and doing that nasty stuff. And it's given the reason why they still want to be friends with Martell is because Martell still got nasty dirt on them, and he
That's
knows, and they know
true.
Martell
Okay.
will release it as soon as he gets pissed off and mad at them. Don't
And
How
get it
about you
twisted.
hit the link?
And
Chanel,
the
hit the
reason
link.
why Mel was the reason why Mel was going hard at them, her and Martell was going hard at Marceau and Tisha too, because for the simple
Right.
fact that they were trying to say that they were lying about Marceau and what he was doing. Mel ain't
Right.
never say that they was lying about Martell.
Right.
She knew Martell was cheating out there. She never told them that they were lying and they was making this stuff up about Martell. They tried to make her out like she was making this stuff up. They know she wasn't making that stuff up. She tried to prove her point that she wasn't making it up. And they know she wasn't making it up.
Exactly. Exactly.
Chanel, please hit the link so you can come up and you can, voice your opinion. Say what you got to say. You ain't got to type it. It takes a little longer to do all of that. So
Right.
go
I
ahead and hit
dropped the
the
link
link.
for any of y'all that want to come up. Y'all don't see it? Is it going too fast?
It may be, drop it again because it was a while ago. I don't know if it shows.
I
Does it
dropped it
show
twice. Hey,
on?
Kiana.
Don't nobody want to
Hey.
show.
Hey, yeah. Oh, don't do that. Hold up now.
Okay, I just dropped it. Do y'all see it? The link is there.
I see
Let
Oh,
me
it.
see
yes,
if it
definitely.
shows up.
I'm about to hit that link.
Not you about to hit the link. You already up here.
No, I was about to say like I completely wholeheartedly agree. How they trying to blame Mel for all that, bro? Martell was the one that said that mess. And me being somebody who is happily single because I done dealt with enough stupidity in my doggone life and ain't got time for that. I can wholeheartedly say, like, if you not bringing me no type of peace in my life, I don't need or want you in my face. I done been through too much, and I'm not trying to go back to none of that. I done came too far with my healing, and I'm not trying to deal with that mess no more. I'm really not, and I don't think it's okay for people to try to like come at somebody for saying that they'd rather be single or they'd rather like not try to work something out with somebody. Bro, like Melody knows this man. She done known this man for years, bro. Like I don't understand why people are trying to like say she don't have a right to, like put her boundaries up and keep them up. Like I done dealt with a narc before. That thing with like having somebody um recording me doing like actual things and stuff like that. That dude did that, and he did show
Mm,
people, even though in both the videos I specifically said I didn't want to be doggone recorded. I'm not gonna lie. If I see either one of them videos on the internet, him and his family going to jail because they know about it. And
period.
I'm not playing. That's the whole reason why I'm not even gonna lie. I made me a P Hub account and I put my own little videos up there. Cause one, you ain't finna hold nothing over my daggum head. You
Right.
can't control me when baby, my own parents can't even control me. And if you think you gonna hold anything over my head, baby, you got a whole nother thing coming for you. Cause one, I'm too purty for anybody to think anything like that really gonna make me look bad. The only thing it's gonna do is make you look bad for kissing and telling, even though you going and telling people you don't fool me, we ain't doing that, I'm crazy, you can't get me out your face. But you the main one that told me I didn't have no right to go and get with nobody else. You're dumb is what you is. You're dumb.
Yeah.
Like no. I don't play that at all. That's why I'm like with that doggone live that Ariana did. I saw it, and she most definitely was lying, and she most definitely was scared. And when I saw her stomach, I said, yeah, she either just had that baby, or he either made her get rid of it or whatever. Honestly, truly, it really do look like she done had it because that girl done gained a lot of doggone weight. So I'm not even gonna doggone play about that. Her breast too. Her breast them look like milking breasts. Them do not. That don't look like no normal weight gain. And she stayed out the internet a little bit too doggone long.
Hmm.
Like, and he kept
Yeah.
calling her, and she did say, "I never sent the video." That's what she literally said. I heard that, and I said, "Hold up, wait, okay, so you got the video, so she ain't lying on you. Like, what you talking about?
Yep.
Like, you
Yep.
still telling on yourself? Cause after she said that, somebody else called her and apparently told her to get out live. Like, girl, you still telling on yourself. At the end of the day, that means she not lying on you. You tried to finesse her into putting that doggone video up for you. That's what you tried to do. Cause you clearly you ain't that doggone dumb, but girl. You
Okay,
still
so
keep
y'all
telling on
should hold
yourself.
on one second, Kiana, because I don't want to cut you off or nothing. I just want to wrap it up real quick because the girl Chanel is trying to come up, and I definitely want to give her a chance to speak her piece. I don't I want everybody, even if you have a different opinion, I want people to be able to speak and say, how they feel, and I don't want her to feel attacked or anything like that. We just want to have a conversation, okay? So go ahead and finish,
Um,
and then after you finish, I'm gonna drop you down, and then I'll do, what's next until the next
mhm.
person can come up, if that's okay with y'all, okay?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But I mean, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and drop down because I'm curious myself. So let me go ahead and get down here so I can talk my mess in the chat.
All right, and then look, once it's not full, you can come back up, Kiana. Thank you. All right, Chanel, go ahead and click that link. The studio's not full anymore, so you should be good to come on up.
Child.
Yeah, because
And
I want
y'all,
to
we
hear
gonna
this,
see y'all
sis. Come
tonight.
on, pull up.
I'm gonna have to
All
put
right.
myself on mute.
I'm already. I'm
Let her speak
already.
first. Let her
It's gonna be
speak
nice
first.
though,
Yes,
because you're
ma'am.
allowed to have
I'm
your
going on
opinion.
mute because I know I'm gonna be like, No, no, no.
As I said, let her speak first. I'd rather hear her
Hey,
opinion.
tag.
Yeah, I would like to hear what she have to say, and I don't want her to feel attacked. Like I want to hear what she has to say because she could be viewing it from a whole different lens, and sometimes it's based on your experiences, why you view things differently. So,
But
Look,
can I say something?
I
Why don't you?
watched
But she
that
needs to keep the
season
same
one.
energy.
Woof.
She needs to keep the same energy she has on those chats on live because she's saying you lot drinking Kool-Aid by sticking up for Mel and Martell,
Kool-Aid.
and then
It's
but
good
that's what she
Kool-Aid,
said.
allegedly.
read the
Lala. Good
read the
Kool-Aid.
chats. That's what she's saying. You lot are drinking Kool-Aid, drinking their Kool-Aid, relating to Martell and Mel and saying they're both the same. So why can't you lot see it? So check what she's saying. So please
Child.
keep the same
Yeah, yeah.
energy when she's
Where
on
is
this
she?
live.
Isn't she up yet? Come on,
Um,
She
lady.
hasn't come up yet. She hasn't come up yet.
It
Please, we're
just
gonna treat you
the
like
fact that
Wanda. Come up.
how are you still
Let
caping
me
for Tisha and Marceau when Martell literally
she's in
tap
Brown School's
danced?
chat.
Hmm?
I already put the
Go
link
ahead.
down.
Okay.
I just dropped it again.
Martell was
Let me
literally
acknowledge
tap dancing
Lakeisha
in
real
Tisha
quick.
and Kimmy's face at that reunion,
Go
talking
ahead,
about we
drop the
all
mic.
know dirt on
1
each
second,
other.
simply. She's got to do something. Go ahead.
Let me just acknowledge this real quick, simply, and then you could continue on. Lakeisha Chapman, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Okay, Hershey,
Hey,
I have never
Keisha.
seen you before. Can you show me your face before I add you to the stream, please? Hershey85. Thanks, hon. I
Her,
appreciate it.
I mean, I ain't see her. I thought she was up on the panel before.
Okay, I've never seen her, but I just want to
Hershey.
make sure she. All right, you cut your camera
Number.
back off. All right, I'm gonna add you to the stream now. Okay, go ahead, simply.
All I was just saying is after the last reunion, to sit up here and try to cape for Marceau and Tisha when Martell literally tap danced in Kimmy and Tisha's face at that reunion, basically saying that they all got dirt on each other and they're not gonna say anything. Girl, what the hell does that mean? You know what that
Nobody asked
means.
no additional follow
Okay,
up.
let me
Nothing.
hold on 1 second, y'all. Chanel, just do me a favor, cut your camera on real quick so I can make sure you're a real person because I don't need no trolls. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add you to the stream, okay?
Cause let me tell you, I
You can
watched
just
season one
wave
quite
or
a few
whatever. I
times.
just want to
Quite a
make sure
few
you're a
times.
real person. Just in case you didn't hear me, I don't have to see your whole face or anything. I just want to make sure you're a real person and not a bot or anything like that.
Did you hear what she said in the back
All
chat?
right,
She said
that's
she can't
cool.
show her face.
No, that's good. She good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. You could cut it off. I'm gonna
Oh,
go ahead and add you to the stream, okay? All right, y'all. Let's give her a chance to speak, y'all. Please,
I'm on mute.
let's be um respectful and let her have her say, please. Let's agree to disagree if we don't agree. Okay, I'm
I'm on
adding her.
mute.
Simply. Hey, Chanel, welcome to the panel. Thank you for coming up.
Hi, thank you. I appreciate it. So
You're
first,
welcome.
I just want,
No,
oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of the show. I'm a fan of Mel. I'm a fan of Tisha. I love the whole cast. I am borderline obsessed with the show. I think that they are like regular Black people. So I appreciate this whole show. But
Right.
what I don't like about the show is that fans of Mel in particular never hold her accountable for anything because I think so many of us have women, including myself, have been cheated on or emotionally abused by a man or whatever the case might be. And we're so happy to see a Black woman succeed and, flourish after an abusive relationship that we start living vicariously through her. We start almost semi worshiping her to the point that we can't call out when she does things that are wrong. And I just think that it's not sensible to believe that people don't do effed up stuff when they're in a really dark place like Mel was in seasons 1 and 2. So what do I mean by that? When we think about, I don't remember what episode it was, but whenever it was when they were sitting on that table, I think it was at a cabin or something or a trip, don't remember what it was. And Mel was implying that, you know, um, Marcel, Martell didn't start cheating until he started hanging out with Marcel. And then Tisha made a comment to imply that Marcel was not cheating on her. And then Mel put her head back and started laughing as if like, oh, that is such a joke. I just thought that was disgusting. I thought that their lunch meeting when Mel implied again that Marcel is cheating is disgusting. And for anybody to use the excuse like, oh, well, Tisha brought up their cheating at the anniversary dinner. Well, Mel wasn't upset about that. And even the next time that she
How do you
saw
know?
Tisha, they were very friendly. It's not like she ever complained about it in a confessional or anything. At the end of the day, I think that Mel, like any hurt woman, was in a very broken place. And
Mhm.
when you're in that place, you do bring down people with you. You do, especially if you see a friend who's probably not really a friend, more like a coworker, and you see their husband laughing and cracking jokes in confessionals and stuff like that, you're gonna
Mhm.
want to tell that chick, hey, guess what? Your husband is cheating on you too. And I can understand her being upset with Marceau. I can understand her being angry that they would have the audacity to laugh, make jokes, or whatever the case might be. But I think that when you decide to sacrifice your marriage for a TV show, when you decide to expose your husband on TV for cheating, which she is well within her right to do, I love that
Mhm.
she created a path for herself and all that. But you don't get the privilege of deciding how people respond to it. You put your marriage out there, you put it on Front Street. As the Bible says, you cast your pearls before swine. You know what I'm saying? So
You
you have
don't
to
cast.
expect.
The Bible says, "Don't cast your pearls."
Yes,
Right,
get
but
the right
I'm
quote
saying that she
first.
did. I'm saying that she did do that, which is well within her right. I'm not criticizing it. But what I'm
Right.
saying is when she did that, she allowed an opportunity for cast members to comment on it. Marceau was nasty in his way of laughing and stuff like that, but I do
Mhm.
not think that her getting kind of like revenge or whatever you want to call it by exposing Marceau's cheating, that was completely, to me, betrayal against Tisha. Whether Marceau is cheating on Tisha, I'm sure he is. I mean, but if
Mhm.
we're going to say that Mel stayed, with Martell all these years, knowing he had a whole relationship and stuff like that, she was probably
Mhm.
fighting for her marriage. Why can't we extend that same grace to Tisha and say
Right.
Tisha and Marceau got married when they were 22, 23 years
Mhm.
old, whatever it was, and he's cheating on her and she knows it, but she's trying to fight out for all of their kids. I
There's
just
nothing
think
wrong with
that's
fighting
my
for her
only issue.
kids, but the difference is that Mel was honest about it. If we're watching reality TV, meaning it's real life, that's what Mel has brought before us. Mel has given us the real. Granted, maybe it came with some backlash that she may not have expected, but she, out of everybody, has taken it like a trooper. And I don't feel like she said what she said in revenge because she felt like my marriage is ending, so I feel like yours should. Because if that was the case, she would have been dropped the receipts that she has, but she don't care for it. But what you're not going to do is keep throwing my um failed marriage in my face. It's funny because I feel like you sat here and made excuses for what Tisha has done. Yeah, she said it, but Mel wasn't mad. Were you in Mel's head? Were you there? How do you know she
But
wasn't
even
mad?
if she wasn't mad, was it wrong or right? Was it right or
I,
wrong?
I don't think it was wrong. The reason I don't think it was wrong is because their job on a reality TV show is to talk about everything that has been brought to camera.
So then
So
why
when they're
doesn't
sitting there
Tisha
at the
talk about
table, it's
everything and
not
talk
like the
about the
One at
producers
a
pictures?
are
time,
going to
y'all.
sit
One at a
there
time.
and just let them have dinner without any conversation. They're going to encourage the cast to have conversation. They talk about it
Okay.
all the time.
Mhm.
So I
Right.
don't think it was wrong. It's not like Tisha said it in an insulting way. She just said,
Uh-huh.
you guys have dealt with infidelity. How did y'all make it through in your marriage?
Well,
Which,
how
Okay.
At
So
the
you
anniversary
don't think
dinner.
she was being
never
funny by
I'm
bringing
Can
sorry,
I
that
I
ask?
can't
up?
understand. I can't
Hold on one.
understand.
Can I ask a
One at
It's a
a
lot of
question?
time,
people talking
y'all.
at the
Can
same
I
time.
ask a question? Can I ask a
Okay,
question?
Okay.
hold on one second. Go ahead, Hershey. You can go ahead and answer.
Okay, so if it's okay for Letitia to ask that type of question or to get the conversation started, why is Mel wrong for getting the conversation started
That's what I
and
was gonna
turn
ask.
everybody at that table was looking crazy when Tisha said I never experienced cheating in my marriage. Everybody was looking crazy. Like, hell for you lying, because everybody knows. Let's just be clear. That was not a
I
marriage of love. That was a marriage of arrangement because Tisha was pregnant. We're gonna be all the way real about it, okay? He
Mhm.
knocked her up, got married, knew she was sort of a submissive type. Wanda was glad she snatched her a good black man, Savannah girl. You got a good black man that's gonna take care of the family. So that's how that went down. Tisha had always been admiring Mel, and she was happy that finally she got something above Mel. My marriage is still intact. Your marriage is falling apart because y'all was this power couple. Y'all the best looking couple. Y'all this, y'all that. We all know it's a girl in every high school. This is high school behavior. There's a girl in every high school that is friends with the it girl, but is secretly jealous of the it girl because you're not. the it girl. So when that it girl finally have an issue that you can say, well, at least I ain't going through that. That's what happened. So all
Yeah.
that caping for Tisha and oh, Tisha was not wrong or whatever. Yeah, after a while, as you said that, you understand. After a while, you be like, okay, all right, what you're not gonna do is keep throwing this in my face when we all know your man don't even want you. I can never forget that scene where Tisha walked through that door with that lingerie and Marceau was at the light. Look, I have been looking a mess. I have been looking a whole hot mess in some sweatpants and stuff like that. And my baby daddy hit my behind. Oh, I mean, as soon as I walked through the door, just bamming my behind. And you telling me Tisha got on makeup, her hair flowing, she looking like an extra off a TLC video with that lingerie, looking all good and voluptuous with them titties out and stuff like that. And your man don't say nothing. It's an arrangement. So ain't nobody jealous of their arrangement because that's not a marriage. Because if Mel wanted to be that, she could have still been with Martell, and Martell actually was attracted to her. So what? So what is the jealousy? What is
So if
it?
I can just respond to that, one, I was responding to the two people. The first thing is I never implied that anybody was jealous of anybody. But the first lady talked about, if Tisha can bring that up at a dinner, then why can't Mel? The reason is because Tisha did not expose Marceau's cheating on TV the way that Mel did. Maybe Tisha is in that same stage that we keep giving Mel all of this grace for. Again, she's not. She don't want to expose her cheating on
but
TV
she,
if she
I,
knows that she's
can
not
I
going to
say
leave him.
something?
And
That
then we
doesn't
talk
make sense
about,
what you're
the
saying,
whole
Chanel.
being
How do you
Hold
authentic
determine
on,
who
and
y'all. Hold
exposed
on,
the
guys.
what?
fact
Y'all,
that
hold
Mel was
on.
being
Hold
truthful and
on, y'all. Let
honest,
her
but
finish,
she's
and
not.
then
But
I'm
she,
gonna
but
let
but she only
Simply
did that
answer
because she
and
was ready to
Anonymous
leave
answer.
Martell. Like she was actually on her out. She had separated from Martell. They got back together, and she had a baby and all of that. But she was done with him. She had been dealing with it for years and years and years. And then the last thing, like we can go back and forth all day and talk about how bad of a marriage Marcel and Tisha have. I think that's fine and fair to say. I don't think any of the marriages on this show is ideal, to be honest with you. There's not
I
one marriage
agree.
on that show where I'm like, ooh, I want that. But the point is, as a woman, I would never hurt another woman just because I'm in a very dark and miserable place. I think Marceau deserved that wrath that Mel gave Tisha, but I don't think Tisha deserved it. And that's all I gotta
Janelle,
say.
Can I ask you a question,
can I
Janelle?
can I say
Wait, wait,
something real
wait,
quick?
wait.
Hold on, y'all.
Simply
Let's
was
let
first.
Cheryl Simply answer, and then who was next? I
So I
think
said,
Anonymous wanted to respond, and then
Yes.
Cheryl.
I'm
Go ahead,
confused at
Simply.
this. I'm confused at the nonsense that Mel tried to destroy the marriage or Mel outed Marceau when we all saw that Martell did that. We
thank
all
you.
saw that
Oh my God.
Tisha is the one that brought up Martell's comments to Melody. We all watched as Tisha was upset because Melody would not admit that Martell was lying about the situation of having 20 girlfriends. I
Thank
don't know
you.
why we keep accusing Melody of this, but that's asinine.
It's just that was the topic. Y'all were talking about Mel. I agree with you, but we were talking about
But
we were
the problem I have
specifically
with you,
talking about Mel.
you're putting this all on Mel. No, this
I'm
is not
not.
on Mel.
I'm
You
sticking to
don't
the
get to laugh
subject.
at
I'm
my
just sticking to the
expense.
subject.
You said that Mel tried to ruin their marriage, so this is the
She
subject.
did.
Martell
She
is the
did.
one
But
that
Martell
started
is
it.
the one that brought this up. That's
Martell
what
is
the
the one who brought it
Hold
up.
up,
Okay,
y'all, Cheryl.
Martell
One
brought it
second.
up. Mel validated it. It's the same thing. I mean, Martell
how
started
she
it, but
know
Mel
she did not
participated.
validate it. She literally would not say her
She asked the
husband was a
question.
lying piece of shit to Tisha.
She
Yeah,
asked the
that's what
question.
Tisha wanted her to keep. Tisha kept saying she
That
wanted her
was
to be like, "That's not true,"
no.
and Mel
Mm-mm.
said, "I'm not going to lie,"
That
but
was not the conversation. What Tisha
It was
said
the
was
conversation. What part of
she
that
said
cafe
your
scene did you
husband is
watch?
spreading lies. She did not say it. She did not ask Mel a question. She said your husband is spelling untrue things about my
She said
husband.
she
And
wanted
Mel's
to know
response
why
was, well,
your
how do you
husband.
know that they're
and she
lies?
said, "How do you know it's
Right.
not true?"
She
That's
said
what
she
she
want
said.
to know why your husband is spreading lies.
Right. And then Tisha said, because I know that he's not cheating. And then it
And
So
was
then
Mel
why
back and
you
said,
asking
forth.
me a
okay,
question?
figure it out yourself. She
But
said,
that's
do you
Yeah,
know something? Mel said, figure it out yourself.
but
Right.
that's
And
the
then she
thing.
said, because you don't
If
ever
hold
believe
on, hold
nothing
on,
I tell
guys.
you anyways. I
If
mean,
if
we can pretend that Mel was not exposing his cheating in that conversation and not trying to
No,
tell
you
Tisha,
want to know
listen, your
something?
husband is cheating on
Tisha
you, but
brought
I'm
up
not going to give you
Chanel.
the receipts.
I'm confused
We can
because
do that.
if
I know
I'm
you're
going to sit
confused.
here and
You're
say that
confused because you love Mel and you
it's
want
not
to
about me loving
defend
Mel, but if we're
everything
going to
that she
keep it
does.
100, if
And that's
Melody was
fair.
trying to
I'm
Chanel,
just
destroy
not
their
going to be that
marriage,
okay,
what
fan.
the hell do
And
we
all
do
of
ladies,
you
with
guys
her?
are
so
going to say,
ladies,
oh,
ladies,
I'm a, guess
ladies,
what?
all
I'm a
right,
Mel fan. I
ladies,
found her product.
and
It's not
I
even
love
about
Mel.
that. It's
But
not
I'm
even
just
about
not
drop
going
the
to
that.
mic,
be
mute
a
them.
fan of no smelling
Drop the
music.
mic. You have to mute them. Drop the mic.
I'm gonna
Mute
mute y'all.
them.
Okay,
Chanel, you
listen.
included. You have to let people talk.
Why she
If
hang
she's
up?
rebutting, then
She
you
hung up because she couldn't take the heat, baby. That's what I was
yeah.
No,
trying to tell
okay.
you.
So here's the thing. I wanted to rebut her real quick because I want to kind of a little bit say I understand what she's saying. I really didn't like Mel that much the first season, and I said that more than one time. And it was because I kind of saw what she saw. But after like kind of really watching things unravel, I realized you don't ask a question that you don't want the answer to, okay? And then expect someone to lie. That was to
to
me,
boost
I
your
felt
ego.
like she wanted Mel to be like all upfront about what was happening with her and her cheating, but when she asked the question, she was like, "Why is your husband lying?" She just simply said, "How do you know it's a lie?" Now, that probably did come from a hurt place. I can see whoever's moving, can they mute? Can y'all mute, please? Because it's a lot of background noise. Um, so hold on, who is
Who is
that?
that moving?
I
You
don't
can
know. It's
mute.
a lot
You
of
can mute
background
them,
noise.
DDM, on the.
Yeah, I'm gonna just mute everybody. Okay, so basically, what I was saying was, and to Chanel's point, she's basic. I heard this is what I heard, and I don't know if anybody else heard this. I heard her say she didn't have to say like basically just because she was in a hurt place, she didn't have to be like, how do you know it's not true? She could have found a different way to answer it, like. I don't know, or I can't answer that, or whatever the case may be. But because Mel, I felt like she felt like Tisha was coming for her because it wasn't like the conversation was going nicely. She had already accused her because somebody hold on. We got okay. I
And
think
nobody thought that
Chanel, if you're trying to join again, just let me know.
Yeah, I don't want it to get to the point where everyone is yelling at her because I want her to be able to
Yeah,
say her point.
I really do.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to
In the,
ask
in the
questions.
same
All I
respect,
wanted.
wait. In the same respect, she also, when if someone's rebutting to her, she can't start yelling at them either, or
Thank you,
people talking
Branston.
at the same time. It starts
Right.
getting chaotic, and we can't hear neither person. So Simply was
Exactly.
talking. She made her
My
point.
apologies. I didn't mean
No,
to.
you were actually
No,
talking,
you
and it
were
was
actually
supposed to
right.
be. She was supposed to let you finish, but she got triggered and started going, and then it just became a.
Yeah,
And
that's when
like I
everybody
get,
started coming at the same time.
yeah. So we have to
That's
make
what
sure that
happened.
if she does want to come back up, we're gonna
Chanel,
try to do
you're
that.
more than welcome to
I'm
come
ready.
back
Can
up.
I
Mute
say
or drop.
something?
if
Can
you're
I
making
say
No,
something?
because
Can I say something
I
real
think
quick?
people need to be able to have their own opinion, y'all. Because honestly, Mel was not everybody's favorite the first season. She was not, and some people have not
I
forgotten
actually
that
liked her.
transaction.
Can
I
I can I say something real quick?
You've already spoken. Let's let somebody else speak, please. Okay? Because
It,
Chanel's
who you
up here.
talking to?
I'm talking
Who?
to the person who already spoke.
Wait a minute. Who
all I
got
did
to go
was
next?
say, could I say something? But you don't have to come at me like that. I'm a grown ass woman.
No, I
Don't do that.
understand that, but I'm just
But
saying.
don't
All
do
right,
that. I
y'all.
was
Come on,
quiet.
y'all. Let's
I was
keep it
quiet
cute.
while
Let's
all
keep it
y'all was
cute.
yelling and screaming. Don't do that. Okay? Just
All
don't do
right,
that.
y'all.
Because
Let's
I
It's
was
keep it
courtesy
quiet.
for
cute.
everybody else. That's all I'm saying. That's all
All
I'm
right.
saying.
So go ahead. All right. Okay. Go ahead, Hershey. Say what you have to say, and then we'll let Anonymous speak, Keontae, Cheryl. There's a few people up here that haven't spoke. So if you could just keep it to like 30 seconds, I appreciate it. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
All I was finna say was low key, I don't even think Tisha and allegedly, I don't even think they living in the same house. Me personally, because that scene trick,
Ooh.
that a scene stuck with me when she was like, "I thank you for coming and spend time with me and the kids." You don't say nothing like that to a man
Ooh.
that you live with.
That's
I
true.
that was just something that just like it just I just had questions about that when she said, "Oh, I thank you, Marcel, for you coming to spend time with me and the kids." And it's like, huh? Don't he live there?
Yeah.
But that's just me. But that's
Yeah.
all I.
Thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
was
Okay,
like, we
go
could
ahead,
be
Anonymous.
that Hershey.
That was a good observation because that's deep. That's deep. Go ahead, Anonymous.
Okay. I not to be disrespectful to you, Hershey, but I thought our goal was to ask questions. Chanel. That's the only thing I was trying to get. The question, if
Oh,
she's in the chat, I understand. Just, but I thought we were all on the panel having an opportunity, at least not to be long-winded, but to get some questions out. The one thing I
mhm.
wanted to ask, and I was putting in the chat, is I wanted to ask Chanel, should a woman being cheated on and beaten on stay in a marriage? And another question I wanted to ask her is, why does Melody have to be loyal to Letitia in her marriage when she wasn't loyal to her in her marriage with Hotel? If she can answer those questions, that's something to say for me. How is it
Mhm.
you can dictate how any person in a marriage is supposed to react? The
Right.
biggest issues that they had was Hotel and Melody. Whoever has the sound alarm, please mute. Just mute, please, because it's beeping every time. Whoever, what people don't realize with Melody and Hotel, they had a different view of what marriage they needed to stay in. Hotel, and if you listen, remember when Melody went to what's his name, Marcus' home in Atlanta, and she cried because she was about to leave. She told him, "I do not want to be in an open marriage." Martell wanted an open marriage. Melody wanted a respect for the marital vow. That's why they had irreconcilable differences and they needed to be divorced. They had different views of the marriage. Melody, now, from my opinion, and what Chanel was probably making her argument is, Chanel viewed like Hotel did and Letitia did. You stay in a marriage irrespective of cheating. That's their disconnect. But Melody has a right to get out of a marriage if they don't respect each other or have the contractual vows. It's not, she has to be mad. She has to protect Letitia. That is not her job. Melody is not Letitia's mother. Melody is not Letitia's husband. She has every right to protect herself. It's called self preservation. And you don't need to attack somebody because they decide to protect themselves. You need to go to your mama. You need to go to your daddy. You need to go to whoever guardian you need to go to, Letitia, and work out your mommy and daddy issues. Melody is not your mother. She's not required to help you figure out your marriage and preserve it. You're an adult now. You got to handle it as an adult and not expect adults to protect you. And that's all I got to say on that.
And to kind of piggyback off of what you said real quick, I know we're going to go to the next person, but Chanel, if you are in the chat, also understand that Mel was probably piecing together the fact that not only the guys, but Tisha was well aware that Martell was cheating and was funneling that lady money. So why should she be loyal to someone who wasn't loyal to her? You're supposed to be
Right.
my friend. We're supposed to hang out. We've vacation. We've done all these things together, but you know my husband is cheating and you don't give me a heads up.
Right. Right.
But that's
Right.
it. I digress. Next person can go.
I think is it Cheryl? Were you
Yeah,
next?
yeah.
Cheryl.
Lady
Then
sounds
Lala,
silly.
then Keontae, please. I'm sorry, y'all.
Lady
If I'm
sounds.
out of order, I apologize. It got a little chaotic up here.
It got crazy. I had to leave and come back.
Tay had this. Tay had me laughing. Tay crazy, I swear.
She is
I,
in real life.
Chanel, you can feel free to come back because I don't want you to feel attacked
Right.
too. So y'all go ahead.
Mel is to blame for everything. Mel this, Mel that, Mel this. Did she ever come up here and say that Martell is the one who told Melody that Marcel had 20 something women? Why she didn't say anything about Martell? All the stuff that Martell and said. Nobody can break up somebody's marriage but the two people in the marriage. And if she chooses she want to be submissive and allow Marcel to cheat in peace and all of that, what do that have to do with Melody? That's who Letitia is. She's submissive and she's weak. She chose to stay with this man knowing that he's cheating. She chose to stay with this man and be submissive. How is that Melody for? I just want to. I just don't get that. How is that her for? Melody didn't expose Marceau. Marceau exposed himself, and they all knew Martell was cheating, and didn't one time say one thing to Melody. Not one thing did they say to Melody. They all knew that he was cheating with this woman. And Marceau was giving money to the woman and to Ariane and all that, and meeting up with her, helping her fix her car. So, where does Marceau blame? Where's the blame in Marceau?
Where's the blame in any of them? Because the whole thing is that
who's that?
You have a right not to expose your husband. Like, you might not want to expose that on there, on TV,
right?
What you don't have a right to do is sit there and act and accuse them of lying about it. Right. If you don't want to say your husband was cheating, I'm not going to discuss that. You don't have to sit there and lie about it. And that's what Tisha was doing. And even when they were at the table, why are you playing on my face? Because they know Mel know.
Right.
So why are you sitting here playing on my face? And if you want to sit here and play on my face, then it's go time. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because Mel never denied that Martell was not cheating. She never said he's not cheating. He's not cheating. She used to ride for him. Even after he was cheating and all that type of stuff. Team out, team out. She used to ride for him. They was together. Tisha was doing the same, but the difference is that they were accusing them of lying on them, and they know they wasn't lying on them.
And Letitia
asked Martell at that first reunion.
And Letitia asked Melody,
cheating. Was you there?
Right.
Martell said, "Yeah, I was."
Yep. Exactly.
She didn't say nothing else. Oh, there you have it.
Yeah, she was she looked all silly. But let's also remember who was the first one who had the allegations even before Martell. Wanda. Her own mama. Was the one that said that Marceau was doing and dibbling and dabbling, doing whatever he wanted to, spending all time, coming in at 4 a.m. or coming in all times of the night. So again, no one gets blamed but Mel though.
But I really want to know. I really want to know why is all this smoke for Mel when Martell set up a whole interview for Coleslaw to get up there and say she didn't only talk about Mel. She didn't only talk about Mel. She said they all was cheating and they was with linebackers. And he set up that interview. So why? I'm just baffled.
Good point.
And why Mel getting heat for just saying, well, how you know it's false? Because she was riding with her husband at the time. Because let's be clear, he was pillow talking to Mel too.
And Coleslaw.
That's why in that I just don't understand. You know, as much as I say that Martell was on the short yellow bus licking the window, he is a master manipulator. He is a master manipulator. Because how
Thank you.
is Mel the cause of all? It is the blame for all it is when he has set up interviews for his side piece to blast you all. He has blasted you all himself. He has never taken it back. And even on the reunion, he just said, "Oh, I'm just not gonna say." In other words, saying, "Yeah, they cheating, but I ain't gonna say it no more." I mean, I said it. I don't know how many times.
We got
and
an
they
agreement.
still ride for this man.
Laugh about
it. And think about it too. When Coleslaw was being recorded secretly, she was saying the same thing. Martell is the source. He pillow talked to Mel, and then when he was with Coleslaw, he pillow talked to her. She even said that Marceau was with Alonda. You know, allegedly, we're gonna say that, whatever, to cover our page, but it was Coleslaw saying the same thing. Who was the common denominator? Martell.
Thank
you.
you.
Again, like, I don't understand how they keep blaming Mel and Mel only.
Damn thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's
on that
Lala next. Lala and then Keontae, and then would everybody have spoken? I just want to make sure. Got to be fair.
So. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Lala.
Ladies, it's not me. It was Keontae, my boo first, and then it was me.
Okay, sorry. See, I'm
It's
all.
all
I
right.
told y'all got me up here nervous.
Not nervous, child.
Go ahead, Keontae.
Hey y'all. Let's just go back to the beginning. It's okay. Hey, ladies. Good afternoon,
Hey,
everyone.
Hello.
Um,
Shante.
Hey.
so in the beginning, I know that everyone is going to look from the beginning that Mel felt some type of way. We all knew that Mel had hurt when it came to Martell cheating on her as a wife. But what we're not going to take away is that before this started, I hear feedback.
I do
Me
too.
too. It
I think
stopped now.
everybody should mute.
I just muted Hershey 85. I think that was
Okay,
you. So I just muted you until you talk, okay, hun? Thanks.
okay. So Mel and the whole group sat down and they had a discussion about cheating and that they were not going to discuss each other's cheating, right? But then the Scots were the one who brought up the cheating. And then they let Carlos use them to talk about it. Because it was said that Carlos went to them and was like, oh, Mel and Martell are talking about it. Now y'all got to talk about it. If these people were truly your friends and y'all were capping for them, why is it that y'all would allow Carlos to insinuate that he is telling y'all to cheat?
And why?
Did y'all hear my adopted brother? Did y'all hear him? Brown
What was
skin girl.
that?
Keontae, you going in and out.
Can y'all
You
hear me?
going in and out, Keontae. Yeah, you
Let me
kind of
drop
going
down
in
and
and
come
out.
back up. I'm gonna drop down and come back up.
Okay.
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 But
Okay.
why wouldn't they go to mail them and say, look, are y'all talking about this? Because I thought that we made a plan. Even they try to include Mel in that plan, and Kimmy was like, Mel did not agree to that. Mel wasn't involved in that plan when we made that plan. So even if Carlos went to Tisha and Marceau and said they talking about this, y'all need to talk about this too. Why would they then go to Mel and Martell and say, hey, are y'all talking about this? We just want clarification and we going back on the plan or what?
Y'all know I never got to read this super chat. I told y'all got me shook up here today. Mary Kelly, thank you so much for the $5. She said allegedly Tisha took Marceau from her cousin. Side chick award goes to who? Good comment. Thank you so much for the $5. But you're absolutely right. That is what the streets is saying, but I don't know how true it is. But I've heard that more than one time. Okay, go ahead, Lala. It's on you, boo.
Hi, ladies.
Hi,
Hey.
Lola.
Hi. Yeah, so I'm sorry, but that chick, Chanel, whatever her name is, I thought she was hella disrespectful because the whole panel gave her a chance to speak. Simply was speaking. She didn't let her finish because clearly she's triggered. And then she went on top of her, and I thought that was hella disrespectful and rude. First, she started the shouting and over talking, and then I chimed in and said, "Stop over, like let her finish, like stop talking, let her finish." So I thought she was hella rude for that, in my opinion. That is my opinion. I don't care what people say in the chat. But I just wanted to say, I'm in no mood, man. I'm in no mood. I just wanted to say that these chicks that keep saying Mel is the reason, Mel is the reason, that's a lie. It's not Mel. Let's keep it real here. It was Martell that had the evidence. It was Martell that told Mel.
Oh
And Mel
God.
is not going to sit there and allow some chick to laugh in her face, throw in her face that her man is cheating. She already knows. But how many times is she going to let it slide until she has to say something? And she said something. She said, well, if I was you, I would roll up to the bar and see what your man is doing. So if that's her insinuating Marceau's cheating, so be it. There's only so much you can take from some chick laughing at you and saying your man's cheating, got matching BMW with his side chick. Are you forgetting that? And it was Martell that said, I got the receipts that you was cheating and there was other women. Okay, and that pact, Tay is right. Mel was not part of that pact. Mel left him. She came back because they begged her to come back on the show and tell her story. which she did, but she did not imagine that her friends, her so-called friends, would be laughing behind her back about her man cheating, and they all knew and they laughed at her. And she ain't gonna let dusty, slow ass Tisha, especially her, laugh in her face. And drop the mic. I agree with you. Her point of view is just because Mel agreed to air her business does not mean Mel should air hers. But Mel gave her chance after chance. The girl would not keep quiet. She just kept going on and on about Mel and Martell. So enough is enough. At the end of the day, yes, her man cheated. But why you keep bringing it to me? Why you keep bringing it up, especially in my 10.
Oh Lord, we
Did we lose
broke
you,
up.
Lala?
Can you hear me?
Okay, we
Now
can
we
hear you
can,
now.
yeah.
Okay, sorry. I think I was getting a call. Yeah, so what I'm saying is it's not fair that Mel is always the scapegoat, always the blame, the person that gets blamed because she is saying exactly what everybody else thinks. If Tisha's too slow to pick it up, cool. You be slow. Nobody is jealous about your marriage. No one cares about your marriage. Point blank, period. You've been married to a guy for 17 years that disrespects you, calls you a jealous wife on TV, does all types of things to you, but you want Mel to have respect for you. I'm sorry, respect yourself.
Facts.
That's all I have to say. But I was really pissed off with that chick. I thought she was very delusional. But there's so many women like her. There's so many women like her that want to blame the woman. If you got outed, maybe her man got outed. God knows. But
I think we lost you again, Lala.
sorry, no, I'm just saying maybe her man got outed. That I
Yeah.
don't know. But don't come here chatting
That's what it's
shit.
given. Yeah. Because you can see she was very triggered, but also I can't fathom to make sense how she felt like Mel was to blame, but then she gave grace and excuses for everything Tisha did. Oh, I know she said it, but she wasn't mad. How do you know? Like, yeah, I know this, but I don't know. I couldn't see that. I can't see her logic, I guess, to
She
say.
could have been shocked at the audacity of Tisha to bring that up. And if you have a pact not to talk about infidelities, you're not about to talk about mine.
Exactly.
Right.
Don't
If you
bring
don't
up
want to talk about yours,
Exactly.
don't talk about mine.
at all, because
Fact.
you know for a fact, like, what would you make a pact for if there was no infidelity anyway? And then for you to keep on saying, I never experienced that in my marriage. Like, please, like, stop playing with me. Like, stop playing with me. And what kicking it with T, I like her comment, wasn't wearing his ring. Now I'm going to admit on that one. When Mel used to bring up Marceau not wearing that ring, she was getting her life. She used to be getting her life off of that.
Right, she did. She used to laugh. When it was at when they were in Miami, she was like, I gotta go. I got to go. But yeah, it just, I don't know. It wasn't her excuses or reasoning wasn't giving what it was supposed to give.
Oh,
I
one
feel
more
like
thing. Sorry, one
No,
more
go
thing.
ahead.
Just forgot. Brown skin in the chat. She said you three ladies were drinking the Kool-Aid. Yeah. Yeah, drinking the Kool-Aid because you guys are sticking up for Mel and Martell, whatever. So if you lot are drinking Kool-Aid, what's she drinking for sticking up for Tisha and Marcel? Bleach? Is your brain messed up?
Or
That's what I
fish.
want to know.
Or
What are you
fish.
drinking?
Got fish on her allegedly.
You know what
Oh,
I mean? Like,
Lord.
I didn't like that. She was making sly comments, and if you guys go back, read the comments, she was making hella sly comments.
But then came up here like, I like Mel.
Yeah, they always
Exactly.
do. They
Oh,
always
yeah.
start with that, like as like the leverage to begin with, and then bam, they start hitting with you stupid. You had no facts. You had nothing.
If you do, hold her to the same standard that you hold everybody else to. If you're going to say that it was nothing, like, just because Mel might have not got mad at Tisha for asking that question at the thing, for one, how do you know? You may not just have seen her reaction. But even with that, that doesn't make that. Who asked somebody? You give somebody a 10-year wedding anniversary. Why in the living hell would you ask them about bring up their infidelities?
Exactly.
How did y'all
like
get to this point? How did y'all make things work? This and that. Everybody didn't have struggles in their marriage and stuff like that. And even with her The show is actually called Love and Marriage Huntsville. So even with them bringing up, like Tisha always say, me and Marcel had some things going on, a lot of stuff going on before, in the beginning of our marriage. Like she still never discussed any of that. Even if it didn't include infidelities, why didn't you ever discuss that? We don't want to hear about Mel and Martell stuff. Let them talk about that.
Right. Let them talk about their business.
Y'all own love and marriage.
Right. The Soul Star music lover, you are cutting up. So when Lala said, "What are you sipping on?" A Soul Star music lover said she drinking Scott piss in a bottle.
Lumpy, clumpy, dumpy, coming out, baby.
There was a couple other people saying that too.
I love her. She always cuts up in the comments. She is a crazy in there.
I'm telling you, Paulette Scott's gonna have a lot of company in timeout. I'm telling you, they gonna all be over there just wreaking havoc in the corner somewhere.
Cut up today.
They be cutting up.
They done cut up today.
I wonder if she related to Letitia allegedly.
She might not be. She might really just think that because apparently Tisha really thinks that. And sometimes when you have something set in your head, like she just may have a different logic than other people. But again, like you have to make this make sense. Like if Tisha has the leeway to bring up their marriage, then she shouldn't have been bringing up none of this stuff about nothing. She shouldn't have been asking Mel why Martell said anything or none of that, because Mel could have said a lot of stuff too. Tisha could have said a lot of stuff too. She could not have asked her that question. She should have asked that question to Martell, but then Mel, her own husband wouldn't answer.
But why is there?
Why is that Tisha is very spoiled anyway.
Yes,
she's spoiled.
Very spoiled.
If you remember how she came at Kimmy, because she basically wanted Kimmy to be on her side,
and to lie for her.
Wrong. That's what they all want people to do. They all want people to sit there and lie for them. And when you don't, then they act like it's some like, oh no, she did this, she trying to do this. No, everybody don't have to sit there and lie for you. If Mel was gonna sit there and lie for her husband about cheating, why should she sit there and lie for your husband?
And that's the reason.
How involved they was with her husband cheating.
Virgo child.
And that's the reason why Tisha was so mad. And that's the reason why Tisha was so mad, because she wanted Mel to come out and say what she said wasn't true. But in true Black woman form, if we ain't lying about something, we'd be like, I ain't finna apologize for what I said. I said what I said because I know what I said is the truth. I'm not apologizing for the truth. That's just, what it is. And so Tisha's still mad about that. And if Marceau be telling on Tisha too, because I keep saying this over and over again. Marceau said Tisha and Martell are the same person.
Sure did.
Do you not see how Martell went around to everybody to try to get him on his side when this when the whole divorce came? He went to Destiny. Remember, you knew me first. He went, he was going to everybody. Mel is this and Mel is so this and Mel is so that. Okay, Tisha is the same exact way. She's so insecure that even when Mel and Kimmy have the conversation, the first thing she did, well, I know I wasn't a privy to what y'all said, but was y'all talking about me?
Right. She was so insecure.
She was like, no, we wasn't.
Real quick, y'all, we got a troll in the chat.
Oh God.
Make it make sense. Shout out to you. He's in the chat.
Oh, hey, make it make sense.
He said, make sure to hit that button. It will help your host in the algorithm. Did Tay say my name? She sure did. She was throwing you under the bus, Mims. I told her not to do it, but she wasn't listening to me.
Mims, as soon as y'all say his name, I think about his intro.
Know who it was.
I know. You can't help but hear it.
The Humpy.
You said the what? Right.
Who was the other? ADR. Yes. Thank you, ADR, for the $20 Cash App. Thank you so much. She said for, let me see. Oh, this is the wrong phone. I got phones. Like, no.
Oh my gosh.
He said,
What Paula's saying. Wait a minute.
for Tay T, Brownski,
And Dee Dee.
Brown D.
I love it.
I'll send them their portion, okay? I'll send them.
Thank you so much, ADR. That is
Thank
so
you so much,
sweet.
ADR.
I'm gonna act like
you.
I'm Martell today. We're gonna split the $20 up against 3, so I'll send them their $3. Thank you, ADR.
Things of that
Hey, if you would like Martell, you wouldn't send them this.
I don't know if y'all peeped that.
That part.
Y'all
simply.
peeped that. We was talking about this whole Revenge P thing, and you know, what was let out of, and I don't know. I think that was a deflection to get us talking about something else, y'all.
Justin, Mike, you might be right, because the minute you started saying that, her chats came up. So you might be right on that. Like, I think there's something fishy, but that's what I kept saying in the chats. Focus on Martell and
like why we talking about Keisha? Why we ain't talking about those scratches on your arm, Playboy?
Let's talk about
I was gonna say something about that. Like, that come from somebody being in a chokehold.
Yeah.
What do you do when somebody puts you in a chokehold? The first thing you do, you strap in their arm.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about
And
that.
this is allegedly, because I don't want nobody to get in trouble. But I've seen abusive men before. I've seen it before. I had to get one of my homegirls out of a very, very bad situation, and these men are charming. I like the dude. I got it. He was charming and funny and all those types of things.
No, her friend's boo.
My friend, he was charming. We drank and laughed and all those kind of things. And I'm like, girl, he cool. I like him, and all like that, until she had to call me 3:00 in the morning telling me to come get her. And I see where he punched her. And and I'm the one that's willing to fight. But that big dude, I'm like, look at here. Maybe we can talk about in the car what's going on, so we can see what's not happening again. Because if he hit you like that, I know he don't care about hitting me like that. So let's just go. Let's just get out of here.
Let's go.
We
ain't got time to waste.
Simone, go watch my video on Martell had a fight.
Who has a smoke alarm going off? Who has a smoke alarm going off?
I don't hear
What do you
it.
hear?
It's beeping.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's beeping.
Oh, I don't know.
What's beeping?
A smoke alarm.
Why y'all so petty about people and they smoke?
I was gonna say it's
because
probably
you like that noise.
Every single thing, y'all caught the crickets, dropped the mic, having her back.
It's like I'm not going on a ladder.
Big
red. Petty, y'all petty.
We just doing y'all
my best friend, she can hear my smoke alarm every time we on the phone, and I can't hear it anymore. It's part of the white noise in my house. I don't hear it.
I just heard it. Okay.
And she be like, "Can you please change your battery? It's driving me crazy."
At one point, it was so loud I thought it was me.
Nights like this,
I did not hear it. Look, nights like this.
Raindrops.
Wait, can I say something about Ariana Live?
Eat the cake, Annabelle. Eat the cake.
Yeah, what y'all think about Ariana Live? What y'all think about Ariana Live?
You can tell.
I think she seemed very nervous.
Y'all. Somebody asked something. What'd you say?
I was going to say that she was very nervous. She couldn't keep still. And you can tell that Martell was basically directing her. And it gave off the impression that you got us into this, you got to get us out of this. Because he can't go live because then he will have to admit to threatening Mel back in August with revenge porn. He can't.
Revenge
P.
Oh, my fault. My fault. I'm screwing up all today.
Listen, we done did enough. I'm sure YouTube about to be on all our head.
Look, let's tell Chanel kiss our AZZ on Footloose Style, allegedly.
But I was
No,
watching
but
her.
you
I
guys,
was
did
like,
you notice that she looked scared and fearful? That was a woman allegedly, in my opinion, abused. That looked like
Thank
an
you.
abused woman, and she looked fidgety. And you know me, I don't know how to say it. I'm a scaredy cat. So when I see people fidget, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start moving because I'm like, I don't know what you're gonna do. Are you weird? You're psycho. I don't know what it is.
Right.
But she gave psycho vibes. She gave a woman on the edge.
She was
too
scared.
she
fidgety.
gave for my man.
It's a
No,
very
she gave
scary
me for my
situation.
man. She gave me
Yeah.
for my man. That's what she
Yep.
gave me.
She
Yeah,
gave
Well,
for my
that's
man.
but she's been doing for my man. You guys just haven't been seeing. She's
No,
been
she
doing allegedly
she gave it
for
for
But
my
my
man.
man.
I
When you
think the
commit,
point is that
let me shut up.
this went too far. This went too far. It's one thing to get on live talking about, yeah, that be that, I took her man with my eyes closed. But to hear that y'all were plotting to put out a tape on this woman, that's going
Yeah,
low,
but you
low,
think it's
low.
just a tape template. You got insurance policies, you got other things where
Well,
they
I'm
were
not
trying to
gonna
come
speak
in.
on that because we ain't seen the insurance policy. So
No, I
Right.
know, but what I'm saying is if they were going to do the revenge P, that means they're going to do the other things if it's money and they need money. When they're desperate, especially if it's allegedly true, Hotel it owes $10 million to people.
I thought that
Think
was
the
old.
worst.
But it's not only about money though.
Right.
It's about it's a very scary situation because in his mind, you having that baby destroyed my marriage.
Thank
He
you.
not taking no accountability for anything. He is taking that little girl, and I'm saying little girl loosely. He is taking that little girl through it. He is
Yeah.
taking
He
her
is.
through it. And now her mind is gone. And she
Yeah.
already was insecure. And now
Yeah.
she's feeling like, well, what am I? I'm in, how it's like a pimp mentality. Like he
Yes.
beats you and beats you and beats you, but then puts you in water to soothe your wounds. And now you feel like he's your savior after he whooped your behind. That's what's going on here.
Period.
It's a mind control thing. The
Period.
monster that is the monster to me is still my rescue. He's still the person that I have to lean on because she dropped out of school. Stupid. Now you a single mother to two babies, two different baby daddies, dumber
Stupid.
and dumb. It's just bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. And no, I do not like her. I do not co-sign side chicks or nothing. But as
Right.
a woman, my mom always said, if a man got your mind, he got you. And it's
Yeah.
so sad to see that she is gotten. There is, I can say, unless you go to God for real, get on the altar, like, have them old time mothers, them Kojic mothers, like, spit and pour oil and stuff on you and say, call the name of Jesus, is the only way she gonna get up out of this because it's that deep and her mind is just gone.
They ain't gonna
It's
work.
Yeah.
gone.
If you
Look at
putting
that.
this
She
kind
was
if
fighting
you
for her
putting
life.
this
Look at them
on
scratches. She
somebody,
was fighting
yeah,
for her life.
that's what I think.
They
I
always
mean,
said that there's a lot
allegedly.
of stuff going on at her place.
Allegedly.
So
I'm telling you. That
Look at
girl
him.
was
And I
scared.
think he hitting the bottle right along with his mammy. I'm gonna tell you this. He is
He
hitting that bottle.
Yes, Hershey. Did you see him last night? He looked like now every time he come out, he looked like he either drunk or high. Like he looked like and they said he didn't used to drink. So
Drink
it's
now.
given that he is a regular now.
Can he drink if he's on allegedly bipolar medication?
he's not. It's not
If
supposed to
he
mix
is,
it.
it's probably making it worse. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know about the medication mix, but
No, you're
now
not supposed
again,
to.
with your expertise with 80 proof substances, do you think that he's drinking a lot?
I think he's increased since he released that
Simply,
wine.
don't
That
even
was
don't
a
even
push
listen to
for
him.
brown skin.
Don't listen to Tay, okay? I'm sick of Tay. She said, I'm over here like, I'm a expert at what?
Baby food items.
I can't stand Tay.
Well,
I can't stand her.
I'll say drop the mic by you being able to even do this investigative reporting.
I can't.
It confirmed what happened. That remember that incident that they had at the police station where they were detained? This is
Yeah,
circumstantial evidence to show
allegedly.
allegedly that something
Yeah,
did happen.
Look at
that's
him.
right.
He ought to be
So,
ashamed of himself.
And should be.
Yeah,
yep.
but
And
when
should
you're
be.
in the midst of a narcissistic collapse or rage, you're not thinking clearly, and that's the problem.
Yeah, he choked the mess out that girl, allegedly. And she was
Look at
fighting
that,
for
y'all.
her life. Like
But
she
I
really
agree with
probably saw she really probably saw the angels flash before her eyes. Cause that looked real like she
that
was
looks
desperate to get
legit.
up out that grass.
Yeah. I agree with Simply. I feel like his intake or him consuming alcohol has definitely gone up since he had or released Inez. So I don't know. He definitely is given every time he comes on live or you see him, he looks like he's under the influence of something.
Yep,
Mhm.
I agree.
And not
She
Yeah,
the
looks so
Brady proof
she looks
tag.
so scared. She look like a scared little girl in this photo.
Did y'all want to
In this
watch a little
screenshot,
bit of
she look like
this?
a scared little girl.
well, I'll tell you
Did y'all
this:
want to
if you
watch or just continue talking about it?
Let's
you
talk
can,
about it. I don't want to
I
hear
was
no
going to
more
tell
her.
you this real
Jesus,
quick.
Lord,
If
Jesus.
you guys look, I'm just telling for the chat and the panel, look at narcissistic smear campaign. Just look it up. You'll see Hotel, in my opinion, is doing that to Melody and using his flying monkeys and agents to continue this narcissistic smear campaign. There's a reason
Right.
why they're putting out these court documents talking about the revenge P that happened because they're
Right.
still trying to attack Melody's reputation and make her crack mentally.
Mhm.
That's my opinion.
Do y'all
I
see
Allegedly.
agree
Mary
with you, and
Kelly
I'm
super?
bit
You have
sorry.
oh, I'm sorry. I was
Go
just gonna
ahead. Go
say she
ahead.
have a super chat
Okay.
from Mary
Okay. My
Kelly.
bad, you all. You said
Telling you,
from Mary Kelly.
Mary Kelly is just inching her way right over to the. I'm not even
Did
gonna
you
read it. I'm
guys
gonna wait till
read?
you pull it up.
For it.
Oh, I didn't. I got a couple of them, y'all. I don't remember reading this one from Zen Garden. Um, Zen Garden said, "I'm tired
That's
of
okay.
Mel tried to ruin their marriage.
It's the
UF.
name.
Wanda and Martell outed Marceau. Why does Mel owe Tisha loyalty when she wasn't loyal to her? The
No,
Oh,
That
mama
part,
wasn't loyal to her.
that part.
So
Zen
thank you so
Garden
much
said,
for the
"Where is my money,
$5, Zen
Bob the
Garden.
Builder?"
Right. Also, I got one more.
It's the name.
Y'all are so
Sorry, y'all.
and Zen Garden said, "Where's my money, Bob the Builder?" Y'all are a mess with y'all names.
The name.
I got a super chat as well.
The names mean everything.
Mary, okay, let me read this one and then you could go, Tay. Mary
No,
Kelly, thank
I'm
you for the
reading mine now.
$2.
I'm gonna read mine now.
Oh,
Oh no, you gonna wait.
they rolling over you. Drop the mic. They don't even care. You ain't
Humpty.
minding nothing.
drop the mic. Don't let Big Red do that to you.
She not. She not.
Because
Don't
her
get it twisted.
hours are from 9
Look how she put her hood on.
to 5.
I can't see
I
the Tay.
Don't make me put that
Little
wolf
Bill
on the top of
choking
your head like I did
chickens.
Tisha Day.
Wait a minute. I just realized what you said, Mary. She said Lil Bill is choking chickens on a farm.
I told y'all, Mary is
I
inching her
can't.
way
Thank
right
you, Mary,
over.
for the $2. All right, y'all.
That is
I'm gonna
funny.
add what you know to the stream. She has not had a chance to talk. After Tay reads her super chat, then what you know can go.
Well, I don't want to be disrespectful. Because I wasn't disrespectful when you was reading your chat. Your super chat. So
You
let's
actually
not,
was because you
let's
said
not-
I want to
let's
read
not
mine
do that.
first. I want to read mine first.
Mine,
really?
it doesn't say anything, but thank you, third.
Hey, you stop.
$5 super chat. Thank you, third rail. I love you.
Oh my God.
God, I love
So
you.
extra. You can tell she feeling better.
Right. She already
You
getting on
did
my
all of that
nerves.
and they
No,
didn't even write a message to
You
They don't write.
glowing, Tay. You
That's what
glowing.
my people don't have to write a message. I'll read it. I'll make up a message.
we know
Make
They
up
you
a
don't think
will.
you're
message.
Tay,
special
you
enough,
real
Tay.
childish for that.
Well,
Tay
put
childish
another
for real,
chat
for
and
real.
start the chat and put a message in there for these mofos that don't believe us.
Lord have mercy.
How you doing? What you know?
I'm
Welcome
surrounded
to the
by
No,
nuts.
no
channel. I mean to
good.
the panel. Good. What
Don't
you
you
know?
know?
No good.
Don't you know no good?
Are you there? Hello.
You got your finger on that trigger.
I
The
know,
finger
right?
on the trig.
Let them know. Do you have your stuff attached? Make
Maybe
sure
she might be
she's
muted.
unmuted,
Did
but
you see
he or
what
she.
Reese the diva said? Reese said, Tay, just
What?
drop your phone. I don't think you're appreciated over here anymore.
We want cookie.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Um,
want
drop
cookie.
We
down and
want
come back up,
cookie.
but you know, because
Yeah.
And then
we don't hear
Uppity
anything
said,
you're saying, and you're not muted. So drop down and come right back up. If you can
double
hear
mint
me.
twins, DDM and BSG, Big Red
always sitting
Tay.
up on somebody. Exactly. Humpty 1 and 2.
You Humpty 3. What you mean?
I learned from 1 and 2.
No, we learned from you. Exactly.
If
Are you going on
um
Patreon by any chance?
if if
Lisa,
um
look at that
if
innocent face.
Martell is
Not
Bob the
innocent.
Builder, if
Yes.
Martell is Bob the Builder,
I'm still in
why
love.
hasn't charade pool been done yet? Because didn't he say he would build this charade pool?
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
No,
Just
Marcel's supposed to
I'm intrigued
Marcel's
to
supposed
know.
to be.
Say that and blatantly lie. That's why I thought she was gonna come after him, but it was nothing.
Marcel's supposed to be Bob the Builder, though. That's why Zen
Oh,
Garden
I
want
thought
their
you were talking
money.
about Martell because I was like, where is the pool?
Bob
We
the
haven't seen the
Don't put
pool
that
in
on.
Chateau.
He can't build nothing. The Dominique wants the link to not Tay, but DDM. Dominique in the
Okay,
chat.
let me drop it again.
Look at I speak clearly talking about Tay crazy allegedly. You know what?
I agree with you. I speak clearly. That's my girl.
Not
I speak
allegedly.
clearly. Yes.
You can't build a pool
They-
without no license anyway, except if the one in
Right.
Atlanta, do they just give it to him or
No,
what?
they have to be able to pull permits too. He can't pull permits, so he can't
I
build.
think Sheree can, being that she's a resident.
It's her house. Yeah, she
You
can
think
certain permits though. I don't think she
Yeah.
can pull everything.
Okay.
But she
Yeah,
can
she
pull
can't.
certain
Maybe
permits.
graduate
Like
middle school. So
for people that
do
need to
she
have taken that
is
test.
she qualified for that as well?
Well, Thelma can pull the damn permit because that's who the house is.
Ooh, that was
True. Sheree can't even do it because it ain't her house, allegedly. That's
Don't
true.
worry, Thelma gonna be right down there with her.
Thelma's
think
gonna be
Martell
in
know how to
City
pull
Hall. Like, can we
We
get
think he know how to pull out of his pants.
That was so rude. I'm sorry. I was trying to hold my laughter, but that was so rude.
No,
y'all are a mess.
can we get
He know how to pull out of his
he
pants.
finished
So
it?
y'all think that Slaw was scared last night? What do y'all think about what
I think she
Karson said in response?
She was terrifying.
Agree with
was
Carson. You
scared.
know,
I think she's lying.
Yeah,
Know
she
that
was
much.
real scared.
She
keep
was
pulling up.
terrified of Martell and she was terrified of Carson. That's why she didn't allow her on that
She
line.
wouldn't
Let
let
me
her
tell
come
you
in.
something.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. I
She really
I only
did. She
get scared
straight
if I'm
said she wasn't
lying.
finna let her up.
Right.
I only get scared if I'm lying because if I'm telling the
Mhm.
truth and I can stand 10 toes down for what I'm saying, I can go against anybody. We can argue all day, but if I know I'm lying, I don't want to talk. I just want to say what I
Right.
want to say.
You don't want
So
to get
it's
jacked
like,
up.
It's like
and then
she's
when she was
thinking,
then when she was scrolling through them comments and talking about you see this, and doing her phone all like, heifer, we cannot see
We
these.
can't see nothing. Exactly.
right. It's
And from
it's
what
like
Carson
she's
said,
afraid of what she
But
said might come back to bite her in the butt. Like, because she knows it's a lie, so she's like hesitant with saying it, or
yeah,
like
And she know it's a
hesitant
crime. She
about
know
like
it's a
how it might come
crime.
back.
I think
She
y'all,
Ariel
know
real
knows
it's
something
a
quick,
too.
hear from how
crime.
T have deciphered those messages. She turned them around and deciphered them, and she have proven that those messages come from an app that they're not all true. They're not
Exactly. Them
true.
are fake messages.
She,
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
I was
she
just
yeah.
about to
was
say,
in the
from what I
chat.
saw, it still said
Queen in the
like
building.
user.
Hey, De
Hey,
Silva.
De Silva.
Oh
Silva.
my God, the
Hey, the
Why
Silver.
is it in a
The
unison?
Silver
Hey, the
Was
Silver.
it
Silver.
Hey,
me?
What
Silver.
up, the Silver?
1, 2, 3. Hey,
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 the
the
Silver.
Wait,
Hey, the
but
Silver.
was
y'all are
it
Silver.
me
terrible.
I
or
love
was
the
Ultimately,
she
right?
Silver. That's
struggling
my
to read
girl.
the messages?
That's my girl, the
That is
Silver.
funny.
Yes, I loved me some
It
It
Silver
still
but
Silver.
said
but
Instagram
So
user
then,
on it too.
but
But
she
when Karson said she changed her name back to what it used to be, so if that actually was the page that she had like messaged her on, it would literally have
bless
Carson's
you.
name and picture on there. And Karson already
Bless you.
had like proved that when she messaged another friend and all the messages that were there before from her former name, like it all
Right.
attached to the new page that she made. So that's why I was like, it's clearly fake because if it was the page that she
It
actually
won't say no
messaged Carson on,
Instagram
it'll have
user.
her name and stuff.
That's
Right.
funny.
It wouldn't say
she really she
Instagram
Thank
really
user.
you.
Yana. I don't think that Slaw had her blocked though, because she was still able in that phone. She was still the live was up and everything. She just said she couldn't comment, and somebody was saying that she must have the comments off if you're not following her. So I
Right.
don't know if Carson could have just simply followed her so her comments could be seen, because we seen on the other day that even um with Carson being live, when somebody that had blocked me came up, like the live shut down completely. And they
The,
was just a
Yeah.
guest on there.
the Ariel
Mm.
said she didn't want her on live. She didn't want her up
Yeah,
there.
she said,
Oh
"Y'all
no, she
think
didn't
I
want
think
her up
that
there.
she
She
had
didn't
her
want
blocked.
that.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
even
she
said
didn't
it?
want that
She wanted
She
at
them
said
up.
it.
Yeah,
She
all.
was
she
like, "Oh, y'all
wasn't
think
didn't
I'm
blocked,
gonna
want
but
take
she
she
her out?
has
didn't
to
Y'all
be
want
think
it.
following her, I think. I think she only got it up for like either followers or people that she follow can like
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And then the people was like, okay, well then go on Carson's live then. And she was like, no, I don't want her up on mine and I'm not going up
I
on
Exactly.
hers.
shouldn't have
But it's
messaged. I
like,
was
girl, if you being lied on, baby, I'm going to your live and I'm talking to you because what? Girl, you can go to prison for that. What is you talking about?
I
Yeah.
That's
messaged and
ass
I was
niggas.
like, she's
I
live
tell
now.
you
Go over
like
there. She was like, I'm not
I
doing
tell
that.
you like this.
I was like,
I tell you like this. As birdish as Coleslaw is, she still know that that stuff is a crime.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she knows that it's a crime, so she didn't really, because all she did was prove Carson point they was friendly. She didn't
Right.
really
She didn't
say
prove anything. What did she
anything. She
prove?
didn't prove anything, so she didn't want to talk about the tape until after she got offline, because I guess Martell called her and like, you not doing what I'm telling you to do. She was scared,
Yep.
she was shaky, she
She
know
was.
it's a crime. And I can
He said
and
it
I
before.
know that, I know that Mel is probably finna. I think something is about to happen, because
Yep. Yep.
it's just too scary. And you know, even though he was doing his launch looking like a strong crackhead in them tight pants in them suits, I swear he skipped leg
Hershey,
day.
you better stop talking about Marlene baby boy like
I
that.
swear he skips leg day. I swear he does. Okay, it don't make no sense. Like, work them
Oh my
legs out, please. But
goodness.
anyway,
mm-hmm.
um, they know
Hershey.
it's a crime.
Hershey. Hershey, you know that she
Hmm.
actually admitted it. She said the stuff me and Martell doing, we could
Yep.
go to jail for on
Exactly.
one of her
Now she
lives
did.
before.
She
She
definitely
admitted it.
said that. And
Nervous, but
Correct.
now
but see the
it's
thing is,
one thing to
she,
know it.
even though she knows, she also don't understand that it ain't them that's going to see. He's trying to orchestrate this to she go to jail, because in his crazy
Exact.
bald
Oh
headed
my
behind
God.
mind,
Go ahead,
if
lady.
I get rid of you, I can
Thank
get my
you.
wife back.
Thank you.
Oh, y'all think so?
Yeah.
Wait
I
a
Yeah,
think
minute.
that's
that's probably what it
Well,
is at
Exactly
this
what he
point. He
doing.
want her
Yeah,
gone,
platinum.
That's
I'm
especially if
exactly
she
sorry,
what
done
he's
but
had a
doing.
new baby.
He's trying to set Ariane up because let me tell
I'm
you
He
sorry,
something.
trying to
but
get rid
I
of her.
watched
He's trying to be rid of her. Thank you. Oh my God. I don't know who
I
said that.
watched
But
Because
all
oh
the
my
as
God.
interviews.
long as she in the picture, Mel don't want to deal with him. He not
Exactly.
understanding that Mel just don't want to deal with you,
My
period. She
God.
probably can't even get wet for you no more. You done
I've been
did so doggone much. So at the
Hmm.
end of the day, you doing all of this in vain.
I've been
But
asking
he not
that.
thinking logically. He really think you messed up my marriage.
Right.
You
Get
ran
rid of
your
her.
mouth. You
Thank
did
you.
this and you had the baby that I didn't want you to have. And
Thank
you
you.
did this. If I get rid of you, I can get my family back.
Oh, that's
Mm-mm.
Yep.
If she
deep.
done
Y'all
I've
had
been
all
another
saying that
baby
for the longest.
allegedly, it's even worse than the first time. So he definitely need to get that out of his mind,
I've been
especially if
saying
she
that
done
for the
had a new
longest.
Did
baby.
Setting
Like,
did
up
any
my
of you
Ariana.
see
girl,
the unair footage that was released?
Uh-uh,
What?
not
uh-uh.
yet.
No.
It's unair footage from Belle's house. Now,
I just got it.
If
Someone just
it
sent it to me.
the way I was looking at Mel, because Mel was very happy. I was like, well, whoever this man is taking care of her because
Yes,
she's
Lord,
very
baby.
happy right now.
He
Let me
manifesting
see if
that
I
thing,
can
baby.
So
Can
y'all,
I
we
read
got
I'm
my
gonna
my
send it.
super chats?
I would think
Yeah,
it was more
go
than
ahead,
the
read
man,
them all,
y'all.
Tay. Can you see them all?
It was more than
Um,
the man. It was the
I
four
can
people at
see
the
them all.
place with her that
Thank
was
you.
Yeah,
filming.
that too. I
Hold
can
on, hold
understand
on,
that. Yep.
y'all. Tay's trying to read her super chats.
Don't make me have drop the mic. Mute everybody because it's super chat.
Oh, Big Red, read your super chat.
Nights like this.
Put a hood on.
Little Red Riding Hood, read your.
That's the wolf. That ain't the Little Red Riding Hood. That's the wolf.
Green Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Wolf. It was telling that she was just strolling through comments, but never disputed the revenge P. And hey, Cookie.
Cookie, what
We want
cookie?
cookie.
Out here.
We want
Thank you for the
cookie.
super chat. It's another one. Thank you,
Okay.
Mercy, for every demon, 5 blessings, and that's on P. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Slaw will be the one to flip on Martell. Investigators will review all social media / phones, and that's on P.
That's true.
It's
They get
Slaw.
professionals for that.
Can you put Soul Stars up there? Or did you already do that one? Okay.
No, I didn't.
Coleslaw looks like she has had a nervous breakdown.
Hmm.
My opinion.
Mhm.
She
Hmm.
seemed off and jittery.
Hmm.
I was looking for baby bottles and anything else I could see. Me too.
Very nervous.
Oh, I
That
was
part.
the things
Very
that go
nervous.
in the bottles. I was looking for all of that stuff. I'm like, she
Mhm.
being careful with that background because she had all that stuff covered up. But somebody
Yeah.
said in the chat a little while ago that she did that live in Martell's house. That was in Martell's house.
You
That
mean the
looks like
squad house?
Possibly.
You mean the squatting house?
Yeah, exactly. Squatterer.
Especially if she just had a baby, she probably is over there with him.
I'm
But you,
having a baby.
but you know what she don't seem to get? Karson said she texted Ariane and asked her about the banks around the area and the cables around the area. She didn't respond, so she called. So if she called Karson and admitted to anything, all phone calls are recorded. All phone calls, any
You
phone
mean
call
the
you make is
burner
recorded.
calls?
She's saying that Ariane called her and was frantic and she was distressed, saying that Martell wanted her to do this. But she said all of this over the phone. All phone calls are recorded.
They
So
are recorded, but the problem is it has to go criminal because in civil cases you have a certain time limitation to get it.
But you never know. These kids nowadays, they be recording all their calls. They got an app for that. Like you literally can just record every phone call that comes into your phone if you want to. It's not hard. And I think they don't know what she got. So they trying to be careful. I think she was being very careful with
So
what she was
anonymous,
saying last night.
you mean tell me they can't pull up phone records? They can't subpoena phone records that phone call that she did make to Carson. They can't
The
pull that up.
police, the FBI and police will be able to do that. They
Okay.
have the more thing. I'm
Okay.
just saying it has to go criminal.
Right.
Civil, it has a
Oh,
certain
it
limitation.
happened.
I think that's criminal.
It is. The problem is who a prosecutor has to be willing, or they have to lay the foundation to do the case. And if everything's in Huntsville and people, if he stays in that area, he has connections. So that's why I say the best bet I think Melody has is on the civil level to get damages financially.
Ciao.
You muted, Tay.
Oh, that's gonna have to be from somebody else because the show ain't gonna be from the likes of the people on that show.
Well, we know that. I'm just saying the way she can do it is she can put the information, and then when discovery happens, that's why they're trying to, you could tell all of them are trying to backtrack because they know after what I probably leaked on some of content creators that she has a case. Melody coming out, they know it's serious enough to actually at least go for damages civilly.
Because allegedly, I heard somebody call the FBI. Oh, sorry.
Well, they
Allegedly.
are. They've been calling on the phone hacking, and the difference is, I hate to say it, but Shanquella Robinson is a perfect example. They might not charge. So You can't waste your time on that.
Yeah. I've been
I just
following
have
that
a
case.
que-
Horrible.
I just have a question for the pick that's probably in the chat. This is a serious question.
Hmm.
Why are y'all still caping for Martell when it's obvious that every woman in his life he is like a pro in embarrassing? First
Yeah.
male, he continuously embarrassed Coleslaw on a daily basis, and now Sheree. Even his own mammy he be embarrassing. I'm not understanding. I really think she
It's
set
given
him
that
up
he
to
don't
be.
like women.
I really think he's. I know she's a drunk. Like I said, she named him Martell, which is a cognac. Okay, so we already know this. But what did she do as a mother? Do she ever step back? Because I'm a mom, and I could just imagine my child ending up like this. I would have to step back and be like, okay, what did I do as a mom? What did I say? When was the day? When was the moment that I did whatever it is that I did to make you just a straight up a-hole? Like, what did I do?
Yeah.
But you
I'm
know
not
what? That's
understanding.
why she's not admitting it because, like like you said, as parents and stuff, like our kids grow up to do whatever. And sometimes, some parents take that personal and it's not always the parents' fault because you could have a child that's raised in the same household that does none of those things. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So
That's
it's
true.
not always on the strictly on the parent.
Right.
After so long, after Martell is 40 something years old, these are
Mm-hmm.
that you should have been asking yourself when he was 18, 19, 20, 21. But he's 40 something years old.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for you to relinquish however way you raised them. That was how they was raised, and it
No,
is what
that's true.
it is. After that, now he has to
It's
take
on
I
you.
agree
what his action
wholeheartedly.
is. It's outside of his mama hand because I'm quite sure. But she tell him not to do something, and I feel like she might say it off camera to him, or she might be scared to say it to him. But I'm quite sure she tell him some things not to do, and he still do it. So
I mean,
even
the only reason why.
I can believe that she was telling him, leave that girl alone. You're gonna mess up your marriage. Leave that girl alone. Because when he told her that Slaw was pregnant and that he was leaving her, I believe that was a natural reaction because I believe that was the first time she found out about it.
Mm-hmm.
She was genuinely hurt.
She was.
I believe so too, but I also her other actions. Trust me, I understand what you say. At the point, you can't blame. Look, I did the best I could. I raised you the best I could. It's on you now. You over 40. I get that, but what I'm saying is, you can see it's either she's scared of him
Yeah,
or she just like him because we all heard, this is alleged, we all heard that her house is in foreclosure too. See, this is all back. I'm mad that when you left, all the favor and money left.
yeah.
See,
Wait.
when
Right.
Mel was in the picture, she was able to go on vacation. She was able to sit back. Mel was just the greatest thing in the world. But now that she walked away from your son and you see your son going down, now all of a sudden she needs to grow up. She needs to put a big girl panties on. She need to do this. She need to do that. And as a
Tell your
woman,
son to take them off. She can't put them on if your son got them on. Tell him to take
thank
them
you.
off.
Thank you.
Wait, so
Well, I think
has
she
it
did
been
got him
proven?
on. That's why she's succeeding because she got her big girl pants on. That's why she continues
Yeah.
to keep getting better. He's the one that don't got his on.
Has it been proven
Yeah.
that Marlene's house was indeed in foreclosure?
I haven't seen any proof of that. I've just only heard it on these streets. Let
That's
me
why I
read
said
this
it
real
low.
quick, and then I
You
want to
can
give
look it up.
LaDon a chance to
You
speak.
can look it up if
Um,
there's a public record.
yeah, it definitely is public record. So
Child, damn.
Valencia Dunlap says 3 allegedly. She just had a girl about 3 to 4 weeks ago. On Here for the Hot Tea video at 2:52, he is talking, and you can hear an infant in the background.
Ooh.
Yeah, is that baby number 9 allegedly for hotel.
Child, damn.
She did show herself
Well,
yesterday.
How
he
you
did
keep
say he
having
want more
babies and you
kids, and
can't
you know
afford
he ain't gonna
them?
get it
She
out of
did show she
Sheree
got a little,
uterus.
But you have to understand,
got a
y'all.
small stomach.
Remember, the Pygmies, Carlos, and the Snalts, and all the rest of them, it's Melody that's supposed to take care of this man for the rest of his life, right?
Child.
That's
Allegedly.
what,
Not.
that's
No,
what
she's
they
not.
thinking.
You
She's
know,
not.
she's supposed to
LaDawn,
stay married to a man who thinks his schlong is meant for community ping all over the world. Yes, really.
So wait, didn't they say he had an outburst in court about having 6 kids?
Yeah, that's what I
Was
heard
it the
too.
yeah,
kids that got bad? Tay, we can't hear you. Come on, Big Red.
Sorry, that was in April too. So if he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
he had
that,
his kids in April,
They
that
said
could
it's
have
a
come
six
for this one
and
kids.
too.
then
Yeah.
supposedly that's when his motion for her to pay his attorney fees was denied in April.
Everything
Yeah,
was
but I
denied.
thought Carlos allegedly was funding the fees of
No,
his
No,
attorney. What
no,
Yeah, I
happened?
can't prove. We
Not
can't
enough
prove that.
activities in Atlanta, allegedly.
no. He wanted
LaDawn, I want to
Mel.
give you a
Like
chance
I
to
want
speak.
money. I don't want none of that dirty D. None of that. Like I ain't with
exactly.
that. I like money and peace.
From
Well,
what I
I
understand, he wanted Mel to not only pay his attorney fees, but the court fees as well. Because I heard that's very high as well.
Well,
But
why did he pay for all those 12 dozen roses allegedly? That could have been money to make a down payment on the attorney fees.
He was
What
trying to
happened
sweet
allegedly?
her.
Okay.
He
It
probably
could
was
have
like, I
been,
know you
but
like flowers. I'm gonna send you 120 roses. Take care of them attorney fees for me, babe.
right.
or
But
the
I checked.
So
pocketbook
let
he
me
bought
hold on,
Sheree.
y'all. Let me go ahead and get LaDawn. She's been up here for a while waiting to speak. Let me let her get a chance to speak. And then after that, y'all, we gonna wrap it up because we've been on here for 3 hours. So we gonna wind it on down. But I want to give LaDawn a chance to say her piece. Go ahead, LaDawn.
Hey everybody. I agree with everything everybody's saying except for that one woman that came up here. But she I think she's a fake. I think she's on the other team and it just was clear as day. Anyways, I wanted to respond about the mother Hotel's mother. Like me, you guys know that I have a past addiction and was in jail and didn't have custody of my kids, but thank God 20 years later, we're good. But I say that to say, I had to say to my kids, I am sorry for failing you. I am sorry for not being the mother that I needed to be at the time or whatever. But I had to have that talk with them individually. You know what I mean? And anything thereafter is on them. They have to take accountability. So Marlene, she screwed up and she continues to screw up because she's still stuck. Marlene still have that same thinking. That same kind of thinking of, oh, that's what men do. Just like your daddy. He did it. I lived it. It's all right. You know what I mean? No, it's not. The excuses is just sickening to me. And I'm going to take Mel out of it. Any woman going through anything like this, if another woman can't be compassionate and supportive, something is wrong with them. It's as plain as day. And that woman talking about, oh, well, she said to Tisha, go see. She would, hello? That don't even add, the punishment got to fit the crime. That don't add up to all the stuff they did. The digs Tisha was saying about him buying her a car, the side piece of car, little digs and stuff like that. Trying to put Mel stuff on Front Street. If you want to talk about cheating, talk about your own situation. How are you getting through knowing your husband's cheating and still looking him in the face and loving him? Talk about your cheating situation. Why did you have to ask Mel that question? Because you were being messy. That's why. So if Mel took a little dab here and there, it still don't warrant when everything came out and he continued to torture her thereafter and add other stuff on. It's not right that they churned on her like that. It doesn't add up because of one little comment here and there. That's just bull crapola. You know what I mean? And they need to stop. And it's just really sickening. It's disgusting. And I'm glad we're on YouTube because God is still working on me. I'm a fighter. I'd be to snatch one of them up so quick it would be a problem. And I'd be thinking, God, YouTubers in between us, because when I hear the stuff that comes out these women's mouths, it's like, yeah, okay.
It's
I see what type
disgusting.
of chick you are. And another thing, Coleslaw reminds me of Tisha Them two have the same kind of character to me. If Marceau tell Tisha to jump off the bridge, she gonna do it just like Coleslaw. She gonna be ride or die, even if it's wrong against morals, values, it doesn't matter. Tisha's gonna do the same thing Coleslaw do. The only difference is nobody ain't marrying Coleslaw. Tisha got lucky to be married. That's it. But they're the same type of chicks. That's just how I feel.
Tay,
I agree with you.
Tay, I remember you doing a live, and you was reading some of the stuff off the Facebook group, and I'm just gonna admit one of those comments you read was me when you read about how is it colorism when the one that's the lightest on the cast is being bullied, and this is coming from a dark skinned sister. And what I meant by that is this, and this is gonna go a little deep, and don't judge what I'm saying. Well, you can judge it, but down here in the South, it is a little complex when it comes to skin tone and how you feel about it. And growing up, when somebody tell you pretty for a dark skinned girl, or they automatically don't think you the finest one in the room because you're dark and you have kinkier hair and your hair is not flowing like the other, it's a triggering thing. And all of this is to have validation that I'm just as good as the lighter one. This is where it all stems from when it comes to Tisha and Coleslaw. When Coleslaw saw Mel get up out that Range Rover with that short haircut and that blonde to the side, and she saw how pretty she was, she also saw her color. Let's be real. She saw her color. So now it's a competition that, yeah, I'm a chocolate girl, but I'm fine too, and I can take your man. That's that mentality. Tisha has the mentality of, I'm just as good as you. I'm dark, I'm chocolate, I'm pretty. I'm just as good as you. But see, the thing is, it's not about color.
Right.
Is why they looking like an idiot, like idiots. It's not about color. It's about Mel's poise. I have never seen a group of people that call somebody fake because they give a dog a time of day, like your mama taught you to do. You show courtesy and respect to everybody. You always act like a lady. My mama always told me there's a difference between a woman, because as long as you get older, you're going to become a woman. But are you going to be a lady? And because Mel has the characteristics of a lady, that is called fake, that is called phony. That is, just because I don't like you don't mean I can't say, hey, how you doing?
Right. You're taught that.
Like, you taught to speak when you come in the room. My uncle used to always say, did I sleep with you last night?
Okay.
No.
Exactly.
Just speak when you come in the room. That is 101 courtesy. So for her to get, oh, she act bougie, she does this, she does that, it's all a complex thing. And it's sad that women, we still got this colorism thing going on where a lighter skinned woman or a woman that we think look better than us walk in the room, and the first thing we say, she thinks she cute. Nah, hell, for you think I'm cute. This is the reason why you acting like this. Because I've done nothing to you.
Bingo.
Thanks. And I Speak Clearly made a comment, and I know, we're celebrating stuff. So she says, I have 24 years sobriety, and clearing the wreckage of your past can take years, in my case, decades. You owe it to your entire family amends, whether they accept it or not. So congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And we have another celebration.
Tell me where you at? Where you at, Tay? How many more we need?
Oh,
yes, we got to get you there so we can have the full celebration.
Okay, let me see. But in the meantime, in between time, we got to celebrate Humpty. So I need 51 from 7K Tay.
Come on, y'all.
Okay, we have dropped the 7K already. All right, y'all, give it up for our girl. Can y'all do them balloon things? Y'all know y'all ain't teach me how to do that part.
What
I
balloon
don't know how to
thing?
do the balloon things either.
Me
Who
I'm
balloon
just
neither.
gonna play
thing?
this, and this is for the sobriety too, y'all. This is for we celebrating and womanhood.
That's
Okay,
Yes.
right.
Period.
fireworks.
Drop the mic has made it to 7K.
Yay,
All
drop the
right.
mic.
Look at
Yay.
Cookie. Let's get Tay there, y'all. Maybe we can
Not
have another
yet.
celebration by
Go ahead,
tomorrow.
Nina.
You mean let's get Cookie there?
Yeah.
Right. Let's get Cookie there. You right. I don't know what I was
Let's get
thinking simply.
cookie. Yeah,
Let's
stop
get
playing with
Cookie to
me. Stop playing with
7K.
me.
Team
Nah,
subscribers.
put Cookie back up
Congratulations,
there. We don't want to
Cookie.
see you, Tay.
Congratulations, Cookie. Yes, right.
We looking
And we
ashamed like
got
Puss in Boots.
and we got one more thing, and after that, we are going to start. We gonna wrap this thing right on up. Here we
Let me get
go.
a quickie
Okay.
in before we.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy
Oh no.
Spirit,
Oh no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Go big
Activate.
mama. Let's do
Activate.
it.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy
Oh
Spirit,
yeah. Oh no.
activate. Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 Activate.
Hold up.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Go, Super.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, activate. Holy.
All right,
Yay.
y'all.
Do you
And
know my neighbors know that theme song? I be telling them I'm a melody the whole. I be singing it. They be like, "Yo, you crazy?"
Put it in his mouth. You hear me talk about
we had
yes
to
for
get
the dress. Yes.
not yes for the dress.
Sound like
Yes for the
Wanda.
dress.
Oh,
Well,
this
all
was a
I'm
really
say
good
is,
spirited conversation, y'all. I enjoyed it. I really did.
Me
It was
too.
good.
Me too.
It was really good. It's crazy stuff happening. I just hope, Mel stays covered. Actually, I hope they all stay covered. Just because those women are dumb don't mean that I don't feel sorry for them. Because to
Mm-hmm.
me, it's almost like they got Stockholm syndrome. Like they are so
Yeah.
stuck in their beliefs that they don't know nothing else. So they don't think they can be strong without a man. And to me, they hate and admire a woman that had the strength to leave her husband and say, enough is enough. I'm not going to just lay down and let you cheat on me. I'm not going to just allow you to treat me like crap because I
Yeah.
don't need you to do bad. I could do
Mm-hmm.
bad by myself. And
Oh,
I
you
think they
better than
hate
me.
her because they
Hallelujah.
hate her.
Hallelujah.
now that song
Yeah.
finna be stuck in my head all day. Good grief. Okay.
I told
So
you I'd be
anybody
singing it.
gonna have final words and then we gonna go ahead and close this thing down. We done been on a little bit too long. We gotta get Humpty back to her bed now. Y'all know she had surgery.
Well,
I'm
I'm gonna
I
say,
couldn't
Okay, well,
tell.
I'm gonna make it quick because y'all know I talk. Y'all know I talk fast. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make it quick since technically speaking, I ain't get to say what I had to say to the other lady. Only thing I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna say about that other lady is I agree with y'all. She shouldn't have tried to put all that on Mel. Even though when I first watched it, I didn't really like Mel that much in the first season until I saw more of it and decided for myself that she was being a little bit too nice to them people because she was. Because had it been me, every last one of them would have been completely violated. Like that's how I feel about that. She can feel how she want to feel. She can cape for Tisha all she want to, but I'm not finna sit up there and make no doggone excuses for a woman who's in a marriage that can sit up there and throw some doggone jabs like that in somebody's face and expect them to be okay with them. That's how I feel about that. Like that mess that Letitia was on was absolutely too much, and it most definitely pissed Tisha off when Martell said that Martiti wanted Mel. So we're not gonna even go there with the mess that she want to be on because she knew she was mad. That right there, that with Arion with the lion, Arion is most definitely afraid of Martell. Please excuse these children in the background, my niece and my daughter. Okay.
Don't
Um,
worry, mine's coming in
she
for
is
a boy child.
definitely she is definitely afraid of him. He definitely called her and told her to do all that. She definitely looks like she just had a baby, and that's honestly, I'm just so over. Dang, mama.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, let me get up my phone. My mama going off. This,
She
look,
said that ain't no
listen, and
important
guess
call.
Not
what?
mama going off in the background. Mama
My
like,
mama
what?
going off.
So you
She
got
told her
her
mother that ain't no
Please.
important call.
We
mama
didn't
like,
have
stop
time to
playing with
mute.
me.
Dang. I'm
She
so
told her
embarrassed.
mother, look, she told her mother to
Evil
babysit while she's on
Divine
an important
now.
call. So the mother came in and said, you ain't on no
Be
important
like, I
call. You
know what
you
you're
do.
doing. You better get your
Why you
feelings.
gonna embarrass me in front of all my friends? She
Tiana,
shouldn't
you
be
better
on the
go get your
internet.
feelings and stop playing with her.
That
She
is
gonna embarrass
so
me in front of
daggone
all my
funny.
friends.
Jill,
I'm
you
sorry.
gonna get a whooping.
I'm for real. When she finna go off on me. I can't even pretend
Gonna
like
get
everything
what?
all right in here. Good grief. Don't embarrass me in front of my new friends like that. Dang. She just playing, y'all. She ain't even mean it.
We probably
Oh
need
my
more
God.
up on the
Yo,
live.
yo.
My
Oh,
mama
that
try
was
not to get into
funny.
that, but if my mama ever had to hear any of this, my mama would probably agree with everybody else. Like, you ain't finna tell me how I gotta react to something, and you sit up here putting some mess in my face. Cause like I said, my mama like to fight, so
We
Tisha
know.
would have
We
probably got
see.
punched in the
We
face.
heard. What I
Yeah, Tisha would have probably got punched in the face at that table. You ain't finna tell me she gotta sit up here and not do something that Letitia is doing to her. Like, Letitia doing the same thing, but worse. And then Letitia pretending like she don't know stuff, but got all the tea. No, cause if it were me, I definitely would have I would have smacked the dog spits out of Letitia at that table. Cause baby, don't play with me. Tell my
Mm-hmm.
Mel when her, yes, Mel had that, oh bitch, you trying it face. When Letitia said that, and baby, I ain't gonna lie, I would have straight went off on her when she said what she said.
That's right. All right,
But
Kiana,
Lord,
we on your way
I
on up.
gotta go, y'all. My mama want me to walk to the store with her, so
Thank
let me
you,
go. I gotta drop
Kiana.
down.
Tell mama we said
Love
hi.
Tell
y'all.
mama,
All
tell mama we said hi.
right.
Bye, Mom. Bye,
Bye,
Mom.
Kiana.
She said, "You
All
mother,
right, y'all.
stop
Uh-huh.
playing with me."
Mama is funny. She was like, "Stop playing with me, girl."
Right. That was funny.
All right, y'all. So we gonna have to end this. We've been on. I went way over, way over. Tay only agreed to 2 hours, and I'm at 3 hours and 17 minutes. So y'all, I would let y'all say last thoughts, but we got to get up off of here. I appreciate y'all coming to the live.
Bye, Cookie.
We
Bye,
love
Cookie.
you.
Bye,
Appreciate
Cookie.
Look,
all of
bye,
y'all. I
Tay.
Bye,
I mean,
appreciate
Cookie.
bye, DDM. Bye,
Y'all
Brown Skin.
need to.
Bye, Cookie.
Bye.
Big
bye
red.
everybody.
Bye.
Nobody
It was
say
good
Bye.
being
bye
here.
Big red.
to me. So
Feel
nobody.
better, Big
How
Red.
you
Feel
feel?
better.
You know, Cookie the star of the show. Stop playing with her. Stop playing with her. Okay.
I'm
That
done with
part.
Tiana.
We want
Mama
Cookie.
Tiana,
We
I'm
want
done.
Cookie. Kiana
So
mama is
anyhow, thank
hilarious.
y'all so much for joining. It has been a very nice chat. Tay, I just looked. It looked like you only got 5 more to get to 7K. I was trying to get it
No,
says 6.95.
Right, but the 5 would mean 50 something.
Y'all, she not
Oh.
only she hump tail.
Wait, y'all know that's how I had the numbers wrong the last time, right?
Yes, I remember.
Oh, she like, I think
I'm like, she only got 5 more. I see it. 6.95.
We're like,
Sorry,
no, that's not
y'all.
how it works.
My bad.
That means she's at 950
50 more.
something.
Okay, 50 more.
Okay.
Look out for your girl one time, or Cookie won't be shown back on the screen.
Oh, y'all heard that.
Y'all
So
better
y'all
make
get
sure because we want to see Cookie. Make
exactly.
sure to
So
subscribe.
we need to
Y'all
be
gonna see this
7K.
thing. Look at it.
All right, y'all.
Mother
Thank
said,
y'all
I'm
for showing
back.
up today. Y'all have a
Thank
wonderful
y'all.
Sunday. See y'all next time. Bye.
What's up with you?